YouTube, dude. Oh, there we go. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. RJP. RJP, what are they talking about? They said they got the preserved words. Preserved what, though? What did you preserve? That's like saying I got a preserved... It's like I got a preserved demon or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Okay, don't. Maybe you shouldn't be preserving that. You know what I'm saying? Because they always want to talk about, oh, your book is corrupted. Your book is corrupted. Well, it's funny because everything our book teaches is peaceful, and then everything your book teaches is violent and hateful. But then our book is the one that's corrupted. How does that work? Right? And then, like I said, you guys say, oh, our book is preserved. Please, for the love of God, unpreserve it. Please unpreserve it right now. That's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. We're going to be comparing the religions, and we're going to talk about, okay, for the sake of argument, let's say your book is preserved. Don't want it. Okay? That's where we're at. And as always, you guys know we're gonna have, we're gonna have Christians, we're gonna have Jews, we're gonna have it's not preserved, it's perverted, exactly. We're gonna have Christians, we're gonna have Jews, we're gonna have Muslims, we're gonna have Fit But Real here as well. You guys join up. I'm just gonna be doing a couple of things just to get my live going correctly on TikTok and YouTube. But you guys come on in if you want to come on in. We're going to talk about the usual stuff. You know what I mean? Like, okay, my book is preserved, but it basically says hate everybody. Thank you for the gifts. My book is preserved, but it says, we got to have smek slaves, but my book is preserved. Okay. Fitbo Real says, I speak bad English, but I want to join the discussion. Yeah, join in, man. Join in. Feel free. Don't worry about that. You can speak in the different ahruf. You know what I'm saying? You can speak in your own kira'ah if you want to. Let me see what we got here. Looks like the hearts are working. I love that, everybody knows what an ahruf is nowadays. I think that's an important topic. Everybody needs to know what it is. What's an ahruf? What's a kira'at? And I'm loving that people are learning these topics because this is all the stuff they hide from you, right? When you first hear about Islam, it's so simple, brother. Just believe in one God. What was the message of all prophets? Just believe in one God, okay, brother? Just believe that's all it is. Okay, well, where did the other prophets teach that you need to marry kids and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? And where did they say have smek slaves and unalive people for no reason? What's up, Fit?
Good. Can you look up this verse?
Yes. What you want me to look up? Fit, what's your religion? Just so I can know.
I'm a Muslim, Sunni.
You're Muslim. Oh,
and I follow a strict version of Islam.
Strict version. Oh my God. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Let's look it up. Hold on.
I believe in fighting the kuffar.
You believe in fighting the kuffar. Okay. Oh my God. Why, man? Why? Dude, thank you, Grum. Talk to me. All right, what verse you want me to look up? In the Quran or the Bible?
No, yeah, I just commented.
Deuteronomy 21. Okay, let's look that up. So that's actually, everybody pay attention. What Fit is doing right now is exactly what we want to do, okay? Usually I get mad at you guys when you want to bring up the Bible, but today we're bringing up the damn Bible, okay, guys? All right.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man? So we're going to be comparing, right? Because this is the thing. We could all argue about preservation, whatever, right? We could say, oh, your book's corrupted, my book's corrupted, whatever. Okay. Let's just say your book is preserved. Okay. We're going to talk about, okay, well, what are you preserving, right? Because if you say, okay, I'm preserving garbage, then please unpreserve it, right? So that's what we're going to talk about, okay? So anyway, let me pull up this verse right here, okay? Deuteronomy 21. Oh, hold on. I think I typed it wrong. Okay, that's why. 10 to 14. Okay, let's pull that up. Oh, I think I saw this yesterday. Didn't you show this yesterday? Fit? Fit. Fit.
Yeah.
Didn't you show this yesterday? I feel like you showed this yesterday. I think I saw
No,
somebody show this yesterday. Huh?
it's my first time coming to the stream.
Okay. All right, here it is. All right, but please look, we're gonna talk about everything, okay? But I want this to everybody's clear. We're reading, so the same way that you would do with the Quran, right? Fit. So if I showed you a verse, you would say, "Hey, what's the context?" Right? So same deal, right? Okay. All right. So I'm guessing here you want to point out that God says go to war with people and take captives and let me see, beautiful women, all that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's the same thing in the Quran.
Right. But now let me ask you a question now, because I think this is the big difference. Joseph, you got background noise. All right. This is the big difference that I'm seeing when because I read this verse yesterday and I read the Quran all the time. The difference what I'm seeing here is that Joseph, Joseph, what are you doing, dude? You guy's a Muslim, obviously. Anyway, so the difference thing that I'm seeing, Fit, is in this book right here, God is talking about a story that happened, right? And as far as I
Okay.
can tell, this is actually talking about the enemies of the Jays who they had problems with before. Like so this is like an ongoing battle between two people who have fought before, right? And then the difference is that in the Quran, when Allah says fight the people of the book, He doesn't give a reason. That's the problem that I'm seeing. So go ahead.
Okay. In the main difference between the Quran and the Bible is in the Quran, it doesn't give details and context. You have to get the context from the Hadith and from the what do you
Yes.
call scholars.
Yes, and I agree with that. So I don't know. Have you ever been on my live? You said you never been on my live. Okay. So let me just give you some background. So with me, I already know all that. Okay, I've been talking to Muslims for a year and a half, and trust me, we know all about hadiths. We know all about tafsirs. We know about how fake is established. We know everything. And so what I've been doing right now, this is the part where I will tell you. I'll be honest. Obviously, I'm not Muslim and I don't speak Arabic, right? So the only thing I can do is find the sources that I can find. And if you have something that I don't know about, just feel free to show me. But what I've seen so far, because I'll give you an example. When I read chapter 9, which is the main one that always comes up in comparison to something like this. Are you very familiar with chapter 9 and the tafsirs and what the scholars say about that?
You have to pull up the chapter 9. Like, I don't know, like
Here, I'll
I have
pull
to
it
see
up.
the chapter.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, so this is the one that Christians always bring up against Muslims. Is this one right here, Surah Tauba, right? You see it? You with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So it says, fight against those who do not believe in Allah or in the last day, right? Now, this is the part that I have a problem with because if you look at this verse, right, it says, when you go to war against your enemies, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, in the Quran, it's missing context. You have to look for the context.
I understand that, brother. So that's what we're about to go. So this is the reason why I'm bringing this
And
up is
you,
because listen, hold on, Fibro.
and you, okay, okay.
So the problem that I've been having so far, right, is this. I show Muslims this verse. They say I'm missing the context. I show them the context, and then they say, no, no, okay, but there's another context. And then they say, I say, okay, show me, bring it. And then they say, okay, I'll be right back, and they never come back. I have people that I'm
Okay,
waiting for 2 weeks to come back still.
what's your problem with this like verse?
So according to what I'm reading, right? And again, do you know this chapter? Because you
Yeah,
can keep asking me for the context, but maybe you don't know the context.
I do know the context, and
Okay.
you can
Okay.
ask me the
Okay.
context. Yeah.
So let me show you let me show you what I mean. Okay, so look at what I'm saying. This is verse 29, right? Right here that we're reading. Verse 29. Okay. Now, let me just ask you a simple question. Do you think, for example, that 29 was written at the same time as 28 or revealed at the same time?
It depends because in the Quran, everything wasn't revealed at
I
once. There
know,
was like
brother.
23. Yeah, and the
I know, brother.
surahs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay,
Okay.
that's good. And each
So
verse
okay,
was
but what?
revealed in a
Okay, now
specific
I know,
time.
brother. I know this, but what? So now we're trying to go deeper here. Trust me. I know more than the basic knowledge. I know everything you're about to tell me about that. What I'm
Okay.
asking you specifically is, do you know what the scholars say when these specific verses were revealed? Do you know when they say these were revealed?
Oh, what's the verse? Can you show me like?
Here, let me show you. So first, let me show you the first half, and when you go to verse 1, because basically what the scholars say is the first half is written at a certain time, and then from 29 after was written at a whole different time. It's not this. It's not even close to being the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
So here, let me show you. So tafsir, it's chapter 9 was revealed in Mecca. Okay. So chapter 9, I want you to think. Chapter 9 was revealed in Mecca. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he says, hold on, I talked a little bit about the Bismillah declaration. Where's the part where he tells you when it was revealed? Hold on. Right here. You see what it says here? The first part of this honorable surah, right, meaning the chapter, was revealed to the Messenger of Allah when he returned from the Battle of Tabuk during the Hajj season, which was the Prophet thought that he was attending, etc., etc. Okay? So now pause right there. This is after this. He gives you a time period. This first part was revealed after the Battle of Tabuk. Okay, now
Yeah.
compare that to this one. Well, I'm going back to 29 now. Okay, so now I'm going to 29, and I click on the task here for this one. And hold on. Right here. It says, this ayah was revealed in the 9th year of Hijrah. The Messenger of Allah sent Ali in the company of Abu Bakr the year to publicize to the idolaters that no mushrik will be allowed to perform the Hajj after that year, right? And nor a naked person allowed to go to the mosque, right? And then, hold on. Where's the part I'm looking for? Right here. Okay, I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong one. So the one I was just reading was about verse 28. This is the one about 29. This honorable ayah was revealed with the order to fight the people of the book. And you see, this is the important part. After the pagans were defeated,
Yeah.
the people entered Allah's religion in large numbers, and the Arabian Peninsula was secured under the Muslims' control. So the reason why I bring this up is because when you read any part of the defensive, the defensive jihad, we could call it, that's all before the Arabian Peninsula was conquered.
But it's not defensive. I know it is also offensive, defensive.
Correct.
I
That's my
I
point.
get it.
So my only point to show here is the context is there was a peace treaty with the pagans in Quraysh, which were in the Arabian Peninsula, which were basically in Mecca.
Yeah.
They supposedly broke a peace treaty. You guys fought them. You won, or you didn't fight them. I think they surrendered. Anyway, you guys won, right? And then after that, Allah gives now offensive jihad commandments about the
Yeah, right.
Christians and the Jews who have nothing to do with your peace treaty that you had with the pagans.
Okay.
That's the problem that I have with this.
But the
And
thing is,
mhm,
you're right. In Islam, you have to spread the religion. It's like basic teaching.
right. So
Yeah.
now,
Or
so now
let
the
me.
problem that go ahead, Fit.
Okay. Where was I? Yeah. Yeah. You can have either peace treaties, like right now, Muslim countries have peace treaties with almost everyone in the world. Or the second part is the pay jizya.
Right. I know. That's
Yeah.
part of the jizya. Actually, I don't know if you know this, but the jizya is the peace treaty.
No, it depends.
It is.
It,
It's
it,
the
it
peace
does,
treaty.
no, in the peace treaty, no. You pay jizya when you're living under Muslim control, but outside Muslim control, you sign peace treaties, like between America or maybe, let's say, Saudi.
Right. But there's jizya involved in that too. So
I
this is
don't
the
see it.
part that I
Okay.
want, huh?
Okay, okay.
The part that I want you to understand right here is this. Look, at this point, when Allah says fight the people of the book, he doesn't say, he doesn't say fight against those who fought you. He doesn't say, oh, we had there was a Roman guy who we didn't like him, so fight him, or fight his country or his town or whatever. It just says fight against those who do not believe in Allah.
But you need a context.
No, brother. That, like I said, I just gave you the whole context. We just went through the whole context.
Yeah, but the Muslims don't randomly go and kill people.
Huh?
Can you mute the guy, like?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Muslims don't go around and kill people. Like,
I know they don't. But why don't they? That's the question. Because
okay, tell me why.
the reason why they don't is not because the Quran doesn't say so, because it clearly does. It's not because of other verses, like, for example, the one that says there's no compulsion in religion, because your scholars say that verse was abrogated by this verse, because this is the last chapter. So the actual reason why you guys don't go around doing it is two reasons. Number one is because most people they're not like that. Even here, even when you read in verse 28, 27, 26, when Allah commanded the Muslims, even at that time, to go fight the disbelievers who broke the peace treaty, many of them didn't want to do it. Many of them didn't.
In Islam, it's like haram to kill someone. And it's haram to destroy like churches, synagogues.
No,
Yeah,
it isn't. No, it isn't, brother.
No,
Look,
don't say no. Don't say
brother,
no.
Brother, fit.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to me, right? How we can read a verse. It's literally telling you to do what you are claiming to be wrong.
Listen, for example, in the Torah.
Like look at this. For example, I'm gonna show you another verse. One that's a little bit more extreme. You just said in Islam it's haram to kill someone, right?
His microphone stopped working.
Fit, your microphone's messing up.
Yeah, it's haram to kill someone. Yeah, okay.
But look what it says here. It says, and when the inviolable months have passed, then kill the polytheists wherever you find them.
But
So
you
is
need
it-
context.
Okay, brother,
The
but
context
you
is
keep
with
look,
God.
brother, you keep saying the same thing, but I'm trying to help you understand something. You said that it's haram to kill people. Is it haram always?
No one, yes. But you
Fit,
need
I'm gonna
context.
let you know, my brother. I don't have a lot of
Let me
patience
s-
for nonsense. So, like, if
let
you're
me-
gonna be
let me
playing
say
with me,
something.
like, no, it's not no and
What's
yes.
your main question?
Mike,
What's your main question?
The reason why you said no and yes is because you should have. That's why I asked you, is it haram always? That means the answer is no. It's not always
But who are you
haram.
killing? But who are you killing? It depends. Who.
Disbelievers and Christians and Jews.
For no reason.
Correct. Let
No,
me
that's a
show you.
lie.
Let me show you. Let me
No,
show
the
you.
reason is
Let
that
me
they're
show
Jews and
you.
Christians.
Let me show
That's
you.
the
Let me show
reason.
you, Fit. Look. So here it says, and remember, I understand the story that happened was that supposedly these pagans broke a peace treaty. I understand that. But let me show you what the ruling is after that, okay? Let me see if I can. I might actually have to go to a different one, but oh yeah, it is this one. Okay. Okay, first one is so first, remember we read in the verse it said, "Fight that wherever you find them, unalive them." Right? You saw that part, right?
Yeah.
Now, if what you're saying is true, like the context, right? Then we would say, okay, wherever you find them, maybe inside of Mecca, right? Wherever you find them, I don't know, in maybe even the Arabian Peninsula, maybe. But look what your scholars get from this. Then fight the mushrikeen wherever you find them means, what does it mean?
Yeah, but this app is not our like
Okay.
scholars.
Read it, dude.
Brother, please, for the
You know,
love of
because
God,
fuck-
dude.
Let me. Okay.
My brother, look, no, my brother, look, you can in a second, but look,
Okay.
if you're just gonna have a form of Islam that is in your head, then what are we talking about? I don't know what, like, your scholars, obviously, I have to assume know more than you do, right?
Yo, continue the verse. Hey,
Right?
continue the verse.
Right, Fit? Your scholars know more than you do. So they're saying this means fight the mushrikeen wherever you find them on the whole planet. Okay? Then let's keep reading. Hold on. And then
You didn't finish. You didn't finish that one. You didn't read it.
Hold on, Henry. This is the other part I want you to see. Hold on. Right here. Here we go. These are the most honorable. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, here we go. In the two Sahihs. You know what the two Sahihs are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Sahih Muslim, Sahih Bukhari. Your most authentic hadith narrations, which is the stories of the Prophet, okay? In the two Sahihs, it is recorded that Ibn Umar said, so now, the scholar here, Ibn Kathir, now he's going to give you evidence of why he said, fight the disbelievers on the whole earth. Now he's going to give you evidence of why he said that, okay? This is the reason. In the two Sahihs, it is recorded that Ibn Umar said that the Messenger of Allah said, I have been commanded to fight the people until they testify that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah and that Muhammad is his messenger.
Continue, like few
Does it say here, I have been commanded to fight only people who fight me?
Can you scroll down? I want to read.
More? Hold on. Yeah, let me open it up 1 second.
Okay.
Guys on YouTube, if you want to join the conversation, we're live on TikTok at Scary Hours Podcast Live. And if you want to interrupt the conversation, just do a super chat. It'll get read out loud, text to speech. Go ahead.
Wait, he's talking about the pagans
My brother.
in Arabia.
Brother,
You have to
I don't know.
continue.
Look, I'm going to read it for you because I don't know what the hell you just read. Okay, let's read it together.
Yeah,
Let's
at
read
the
it
end.
together.
Okay.
Let's read it together. I have been commanded to fight the people until they testify there's no deity except Allah and Muhammad, right? Is his messenger, and establish prayer and zakah. This honorable ayah, chapter 9, verse 5, was called the ayah of the sword, about which Adak and whatever said. Look at what it said. This ayah, what does it do? It abrogates every agreement of peace between the prophet and any idolater, and every treaty and every term. Okay? Yeah. And Al-Wafi said that Ibn Abbas commented. What did Ibn Abbas comment? No idolater had any more treaty or promise of safety ever since the Surah Barra was revealed. Right? So what he's saying here is that since this ayah, that's it. There's no peace between Muslims and idolaters. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So now let me ask you a question. Because this is the part that I never understand from you guys, right? I'm showing you that your book is violent, and your answer is like, yeah, but it's the idolaters. Who cares about the idolaters? Do you know who's considered an idolater today in the eyes of Islam? Pretty much everybody.
No.
Yes.
Maybe Buddhist. I don't know.
Brother, okay, let me show you something. Do you believe that Christians believe Jesus is God?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's a form of idolatry too, right?
No.
Okay, that's a form of shirk, right?
Yeah, it's shirk, man. Yeah.
Okay, what's worse?
All are bad.
What's worse, brother?
I don't know. And what do you mean? What's worse?
What do you think is worse? Praying to a rock or ascribing partners to Allah?
And praying to a rock.
You guys literally pray to a rock.
He's just in full denial.
But I think,
Dude, come on.
We consider
anyway, brother. Okay. Look,
let me tell you
let's.
something.
That's fine,
Okay, let
brother.
me
That's
say
fine. No,
something.
that's fine. Look, that's fine. I don't even want to argue
Okay,
about
okay,
this. Let's just say, okay, it's just the Hindus and the Buddhists, and maybe
okay.
the Catholics who have statues, right?
Not the Catholics, but okay.
The Catholics have. You guys say they're idolaters. They have statues.
We don't say that. The Jews say that. It's the Jews that consider like Christians idol worshippers.
Sure. No problem. Anyway, so okay. So now your book is saying it's okay to fight any Hindu wherever you find him on the whole planet Earth because he's an idolater, right?
No. It depends context and the timeline.
The context.
Where are you getting that, brother? And now
Yeah,
look, I'm gonna just
it's
drop you
obvious.
for a little bit. No, I'm gonna just drop you for a little bit because this is the part that annoys the hell out of me. You asked me for the context, like I told you you were gonna do. I show you the context, and then you say, "Oh, it depends on the context." Please, for the love of God, show me this magical context that you're talking about, Mr. Seuss.
I believe the context is. Sorry.
Yes, the context is in 9:6. That was 9:5, 9:6.
I know the context.
So that's where the context is 9:6.
Okay.
If it was a command for all people in all times, then it wouldn't tell you that if they come to you for safety, then give them safety.
Okay, then why does your scholar say it applies to all peoples at all times?
The scholarly consensus, it was, as you see, when 9:5 was revealed, it was for the holy months, and it was for who? The Arabs in Mecca.
No,
the treaties that were there.
but look what your scholar look. Matter of fact, let's go to verse 1.
Go from verse 1 and go to 6 as well.
Brother,
because
be
it
quiet.
was for all times.
Be quiet.
Just go to 6. Why did you
Just
skip
be
6? I
quiet.
don't understand.
Because
I
we're
don't know
going
why
to
you
verse.
didn't talk about 6.
All right. I don't know what is going on with you people. Let's read verse 1, okay? Look what so you can see the context, okay? Look what is the first thing that Allah says? This is a declaration of what? Of disassociation from Allah and his messenger to those with whom you have made a treaty among the polytheists. Why? Why is he doing that? Why is he doing that, Fitbuck?
Okay. What's your question then?
Why is Allah making a declaration of a disassociation from Allah and his messenger to those with whom you had a treaty? Why is he saying that?
I don't know because I didn't read. I don't know the context.
Okay, so it's like, this is what I keep telling you, dude. You guys, I know you guys don't know the context, but you already know that when somebody shows you something bad, that your excuse is gonna say, "Oh, brother, go to the context," as if you know. Like, if you knew the context, then I would respect you. But you don't even know the context, so all you're trying to do is wiggle out of the argument.
No, I know the context, but the thing is
so I'm okay. So why am I'm asking you the context? Now
Now
you're saying you don't know. Which one is it?
No, it doesn't apply today.
Oh my God! All right, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone, bro.
So the thing is that the context is if they feel it today, that's the context. If they don't feel it today, that's not the context.
Yeah, go to the context. What's the context? I just don't do it. That's
how I feel.
That's
if
the
the feeling is how they feel today.
That's the context. No, let's keep going with the argument so we can see how silly they are, okay? This is what they want to say is this. The context is that poor Muslims, we were defending ourselves. That's not the context. Read the verse. Look. The declaration of disassociation from Allah and his messenger to those with whom you have made a treaty. Does Allah say to those who broke the treaty? No. He says we're going to disassociate from all peace treaties. Okay, now let's read more. So travel freely, O disbelievers, throughout the land during 4 months, but know that you cannot cause failure to Allah, and that Allah will disgrace the ones who broke the peace treaty? No, Allah will disgrace the disbelievers. This is the damn context, okay? Then he says, and it is an announcement from Allah and his messenger to the people on the day of the greater pilgrimage that Allah is disassociated from disbelievers, and so is his messenger. No more peace between us. So if you repent, that is best for you. But if you turn away, then know that you will not cause failure to Allah, and give tidings to those who disbelieve of a painful punishment. Accepted are those with whom you made a treaty among the polytheists, and then they have not been deficient toward you in anything or supported anyone against you. Here, let me, I like this translation better. Hold on, let me let some people up. Okay, as for those, this is the part I want you to notice, right? As for those who have honored the treaty. Now, you would think here, Fit, Allah is talking about those who honor the treaty, right? So this is amazing, right? These people should have peace forever, right, Fit?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if that's true. As for those who have honored the treaty you have made with them and who have not supported anyone against you, fulfill your agreement with them until when? Until the end of the term. Why is it ending?
Terms end.
Why is it ending? I thought you said they were going to have peace forever 2 seconds ago.
I don't know why it ended. You need the context again.
Okay, all right. Brother, please just leave me alone, dude. If that's the only thing you're going to say, then just leave me alone, dude. Just I promise you guys have never read these verses. You've never read the tafsir. You've never read nothing. You don't even know what your book is talking about. Okay?
But
I'm showing you the context. That's all I've been doing over and over and over and over again. I've been showing you the whole content the entire time. First, you started off with this is defensive against those who broke the peace treaty. Now he's saying Allah is talking about those who have not broke the peace treaty. Even those people, we're going to end the peace at some point. Why?
can I ask you something? For you to understand the Quran, you have to
respond the
study
question.
for a long time.
Oh my God. All right, brother. All right. Go. Like, leave me alone, dude. That's what we're doing. So your claim essentially is that you do know the Quran and I don't. Okay, so then why don't you just take me to what I don't know? Instead of crying, don't come up and cry. Just show me the evidence. I don't care. Just show me the evidence.
Okay, what's the problem then? Let's say you're right. Then what's the problem?
You see, Henry. This is what they always do. There's a peace treaty. It's defensive. You don't know the context, and then it ends with, all right, whatever, bro. What's the problem? Yeah, we want to unalive everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is that people can defend themselves against you. That's the problem.
No, I don't want you to say that, Fit. But what I want you to do is I want you to be honest and tell me the truth that you don't understand none of these verses. Just be honest.
I'm not a scholar, but I have an idea.
You don't have to be a scholar. This is very simple. Look, your people tell you, because I hear it all. I'm assuming this is what they must be saying to you guys, that jihad is only defensive. Is that what they tell you?
No, it can be also offensive.
So then why are you even arguing with me?
But you need the context and you need to understand.
Oh my God, bro, I'm about to lose my brain, dude. Okay, do you understand? Fit. What does defensive jihad mean?
Defense, obviously.
Okay, so if it says defensive jihad, then we already know the context, right? The context would be that you are in a defensive position. Duh. So how come it's so easy understood, but then when I say offensive, what the hell do you think is the context there?
Okay, but going to offensive doesn't mean you kill people randomly.
Oh my!
You need a reason.
Brother, Fit. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm explaining to you that is what it means. When I'm saying offensive, there's two things like when I want to fight somebody, I can do it in a defensive way or I could do it in an offensive way. The fight is the same. The only thing that changes is that in one case, he hit me first, and the other case, I'm hitting him first.
Can I ask you a question then?
Sure.
Example, let's go back in history. Was the crusade offensive or defensive?
Defensive.
Whoa. No, it was offensive.
Huh?
They went all the way. They went all the way to Jerusalem.
Right, where you guys were.
Yeah, that is offensive.
Yeah. So how did you guys get from Mecca all the way to Jerusalem?
Not to Spain.
Same. I don't know, defensive or offensive, but they were not killing
You
people.
you got from Mecca to Jerusalem defensively.
The same way Christianity got to
Okay.
Africa.
All right. It's just brain rot at
It's
some
just
point.
excuses.
It's
They just
literally
had
just brain
excuses.
rot. Yeah, we went from Mecca to Medina to the whole Arabian Peninsula. We conquered the Roman Empire. We conquered Spain. We conquered Jerusalem. All defensive, brother. Mashallah, mashallah. Let me show you another verse. Let me show you another verse. Hold on a second.
Keep on reading. Keep on reading. No, keep on reading.
I'm gonna show you another verse.
No,
We're gonna.
why is skipping?
We're gonna go back to it, but let me just show you one verse. Guys, look. This is the thing I want you guys to know.
Hey, why do you keep arguing with this guy?
Suf, shut up. Stop crying. This is what we're gonna do. Look, I want you to know I'm here for hours. Okay, I got time. We're gonna read everything you want to read, but just stop lying to me and stop thinking that I'm dumb or stop pretending that you're dumb.
You need context. The same way you need context for the Torah.
Shut the hell up, dude. So if you're gonna come up and cry, don't come up. If you're gonna talk, then talk.
Yeah, read 9:6. Why do you keep stopping?
Okay, you want to go there first? Let's go there first.
Yes. Go
I
to
know what it
9:5
says.
and then go to 9:6.
I know what it says. It
I
says
don't know why you
if
keep
people
stopping
want to have peace, then get them peace. No problem. They have to
So
become
why are you
Muslim.
giving them peace?
Because
Why
they
are you giving them peace?
because they become Muslim.
Where, show me where it says they become
It
Muslim.
says, yeah, okay, here we go. Let's go
Show
to
me.
9:6.
Go on.
Look.
Go
It
on.
says, and if anyone, so well, first we have to read this one.
Yeah. Go to 9:5 then 9:6 and show me where it says they
Here
become
we
Muslim.
go. Here we go. Right here. I'm gonna read it to you.
Go on.
So when the 4 forbidden months are over, wherever you encounter the idolaters, unalive them, seize them, besiege them, wait for them at every look post. But if they turn to God, right here. But if they turn to God, what does that mean? Maintain the prayer. Who does that? And pay the alms, the zakat.
That's not 9:6.
If
That's
they
not
pay,
9:6.
I got you. We're gonna get there. And if they
keep
give,
going.
if they turn to God, establish prayer, and give zakat, who's that? Is that a Muslim?
Just keep going.
Okay, that's a
I don't know
Muslim.
why you keep stopping.
We're gonna
Just keep
go,
going.
dude. I'm stopping because I have
Yes,
to point
just
certain things
keep
out to you.
going.
Okay, so it's yes, right? So he's saying so, but if they
Okay,
become
whatever. Keep
but
going.
if they no, it's not whatever. But if they become Muslim, right? Then Allah is forgiving and merciful. So first of all, this is
You
compulsory.
want to keep
so
stopping for
we're
a
gonna
reason.
keep going. Shut up. I'm not in a rush, dude. Are you?
Keep going.
I'm not in a rush. I'm gonna keep going. Dude, this guy thinks this is my first time reading this chapter. Dude, everybody who watches me, we read this whole chapter every day. What are you talking about? Anyway, compulsion in religion. But if they become Muslim, then Allah is merciful and peaceful. Now, verse 6, the one you wanted to cry about. And if any of the polytheists seeks your protection for what? Why are they seeking protection? Then grant him protection. Why? So that he may hear the words of Allah. What's the difference, dude? What's the difference? The only reason you're protecting them is to convert them to Islam. No, yes, they are. They are going to become Muslims, 100%.
They're already Muslims.
Let me ask you a question. The entire Arabian Peninsula.
Why are you panicking?
The entire Arabian Peninsula. Was there anybody left except Muslims? You jahil?
Relax now. Let me answer.
Yeah.
How can a polytheist be a Muslim?
You want me to take what?
How can a polytheist be a Muslim?
What are you asking me?
Bring your screen back up. Why have you made it small? Bring it back big.
Did I change my
Make
screen?
it big
Henry?
again.
Henry, did I change my screen?
No, I didn't see it, but I don't know what he means by
And
that.
my screen is my screen the same size, the same rectangular?
No, it's gone into 9 boxes.
Okay,
It's
well
become like 9
you
little
have to fix.
boxes.
I didn't change anything. Go in out the app and come back because I didn't.
No,
I didn't change anything.
I'm not a mod on your app
Dude,
that I can change the screen.
I'm not. This happens
So it
on
says,
TikTok.
if any of the polytheists,
all right, Goofy, this happens on TikTok. Sometimes the app crashes and it does that. I've heard other people tell me I have to go out and come back in and it'll be normal. I'm not on my phone where I can go change the boxes to 10 boxes. I can't do that.
right? It says if any
can
of the
you please
polytheists
provide the
seek
Hold on,
context?
protection,
Henry,
grant
hold
him
on,
protection.
hold on. Henry, hold on. Go ahead, Sufi.
Which polytheist is a Muslim?
None of them. What are you talking about?
So then how can it be that you're saying it's for Muslims? If they become Muslims, then to give them protection. Right. If any of the polities seek your protection, then grant them protection.
You have got to be kidding me that you think that that's what I said.
No. Don't rub your head. This is why you didn't want to carry on.
Sufis.
There was a reason you kept arguing with Fate about random stuff.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Verse 6 is saying the same thing as verse 5. It says,
no, it
but
isn't.
if, yes, it is. Explain to me the difference.
No, it isn't.
Explain to me the
It
difference.
gives you two categories of people.
Right. One, it says if they should repent.
One that becomes Muslim.
Yes. And the other one is if they,
polytheist.
yeah. And the other one
and
is
one that
if they,
stays polytheist.
okay. No, wrong.
And
Okay.
if one of the polytheists.
Okay. We're going to drop you for a little bit because you're just out of your mind. It literally says, and we're going to show you the hadith about this as well so you can feel extra silly. It says, if any of the polytheists seeks your protection, then grant protection. Why? So that he may read the Quran. You nut. Now let's read. I think it's in this tafsir, if I'm not mistaken, or let me see. Hold on. Religion. There's one
Why
that
is
says,
it so hard? Why is it so hard to understand? You need context. Like,
oh my God, dude.
What is this context that
I
they
thought you were
said?
the other guy. Sufi, I'm gonna let you up, but you're gonna be quiet for a little bit because we're gonna find this verse until that.
No, I'm here. Yeah, go on, bring it.
Hold on.
Two categories of people. One that became Muslim, leave them alone.
I told you to be quiet. Is that being quiet? Well, the Arab Islam delivering a message. Hold on. Let me just ask my AI. Hold on. What is the hadith or Quran verse or tafsir where Muhammad says, what does he say? He will leave none but Muslims in the Arabian Peninsula. That's the thing, guys. These guys think that we don't know their sources, so they just think they could get away with lying. All right, here we go. Sahih Muslim. Here it is. Sahih Muslim. Sahih Muslim. Now come back up. Come back up, you liar. Come back up. Umar ibn Khattab reported the Messenger of Allah said, I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula and will leave none. And will not leave any, but what? What does it say, Henry? What does it say? Muslims. Okay? So please.
But you don't know the context.
Yeah, we don't know the context, brother. Yeah, exactly. Right.
I'm here. Why have you gone to a hadith?
Now what?
Stay on 9.5 and 9.6.
No.
No. Why have you gone to...
Okay, because that's your religion. That's why.
Can you pull the screen off the screen?
So wait a minute. So first they say, first they say I need the context, but then I bring them the context because the context, so in case anybody who doesn't know, the context is the hadith. There is no other context. The context is the hadith. Where is the other context, brother? Where do you get your history? Where do you get your history of Islam?
We have scholar opinions. Okay. We have lots.
Where are they getting their context from? You jahil? We have scholar opinion. Guess what, you nut? So the scholars are reading the hadith. What are you talking about? Name me one scholar that doesn't quote the hadith. What are you talking about?
But you need to understand the hadith, also the time.
These guys are just nuts. They just cannot stop lying.
Wait. Is this? Oh yeah, Sahih Muslim. Oh wait, so he just said the time. So is Sahih Muslim not for all times?
They know it is. They just don't know how to squirm.
That's
They're
what
just
I'm
squirming.
saying. It's like
no, it's not for all time.
They're just squirming. Fitbit. Let's go back now that you know all this, okay? I will expel the Christians and Jews from the Arabian Peninsula. I will leave none but Muslim. So who's gonna be in Islam? Who's gonna be in the Arabian Peninsula? Only Muslim, right? So now let's read the surah to see if that aligns. Let's see if that aligns with anything. Okay? Again. This is a declaration of disassociation from Allah and his messenger to those with whom he made a peace treaty among the polytheists. So travel freely, those who across the land, but know that you will not cause failure to Allah. And it is an announcement from Allah and his messenger to the people of the greater pilgrimage that Allah disassociated from disbelievers. It's not saying it's only idolaters, only pagans, only the Quraysh, only the ones who broke the peace treaty. It's saying disassociate from disbelievers, okay? And so his messengers. So if you repent and become Muslim, we'll keep you. If you don't, you can read the Quran for a little bit, but then you got to go, right? Then he says, well, how can there be for polytheists a treaty in the sight of Allah? How? Right? How can there be a treaty while if they gain dominance over you, they do not observe concerning you in pact or kinship? Right? They have exchanged the signs of Allah for a small price. So what you're gonna notice here, they do not. They do not. Hold on. They do not observe towards a believer, right? But if they repent, establish prayer, and give zakah, become Muslim, and if they break their oaths and their treaty to defame your religion, that's a whole other thing. Anyway, the point here is that what Allah is really mad about is the fact that they disbelieve. That's the point. And we can show you some evidence for that. Hold on, let me let one more person up. What's up, Owl? Where'd he go?
He left. He just left.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
All right, what do you want to say, Fit? Fit?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
Again, you need like to understand.
If you say the damn context one more time, I'm gonna block you, dude. I will literally block you. Just don't tell me I need context. We both know that. I can tell you the same thing. You need context, and I don't think you have it. Just bring the context. Just bring the context.
The tafsir and the hadith are not the context.
What is it? You show the context, dude.
You know, for
Showing the
someone to
context,
understand
you
this
have
further.
another context. Bring
Yo,
the
I
first
got
context.
something to say to Fit. I got something to say, Fit.
You know, for someone to understand how to become a scholar, to understand the Quran, go through like 20 years of studying. It's not just like going to YouTube.
Yeah, bro, you gotta do 20 years of studying, become a scholar of
You know
this.
something? What I know?
Religion.
Yeah.
Let me say something. I know, guys. Neo. The truth will stand by itself. You don't need context. The truth is the truth.
Bro, when a verse says fight those who do not believe in Allah, you need 20 years to understand it. Look at this. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Do you know who Muhammad Hijab is?
Yeah, YouTuber, not a scholar.
Oh, he
has 6 degrees.
Right, exactly. Let's see.
And also, one of his degrees was
YouTuber.
formulated. It was fabricated from his dad's company. So actually 5.
Muhammad Hijab. What are his credentials? Let's see if he's a YouTuber.
Was he the guy who lost to God Logic recently?
Yeah.
Nah, he definitely has some degrees. I think he has a PhD. He was bragging about titles.
Look at this YouTuber. PhD candidate for philosophy and religion at the University of Birmingham. MTH applied theology at University of Oxford. MA in Islamic studies in London. MA in history in London. BA in politics in London. BA in Arabic. And what else? Islamic sciences.
Yeah, but he's not a scholar.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Wait,
Yo,
is
I
that name 6?
I gotta give him. I gotta give him the soundtrack. Hold on.
Bro.
I gotta give him the soundtrack.
Wait.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay, yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
One of those. I'm not sure which one, but one of those degrees is fabricated from his dad's
irrelevant,
company,
brother.
So.
Irrelevant.
I'm just saying.
I know you're not helping.
I'm just saying he had to.
You're kind of.
I know I'm not.
You're kind of working against me right now.
You're doing
I'm not.
tequila, bro.
Irrelevant. And
No,
let's
I'm
see,
not. I'm just
you
mentioning
are,
it's
though.
funny.
And unintentionally you are. Okay. Because I'm trying to show the validity of his education, not the.
Oh, I know.
Right.
It's just,
okay. But,
yeah,
right.
he still sucks at
Irrelevant,
debating.
brother.
It's crazy.
Irrelevant. Right.
Reason why you have to fight them is because they are Jews and Christians. You should fight those empires around you, or those hukumat around you, which are Jew or Christian, until they give the jizya. That's fine. That we already know Islam allows. And then the howness of that is in the hadith. The 3 the three options that they're given. Either you give the jizya, or you do this, or you do that.
Right. He said the reason why you fight them is because they're Christians and Jews.
You don't know the context.
You see?
You don't know the
Yeah,
context.
you just give
see?
me like
Yeah,
30
bro.
seconds
Do
of
you
a
see?
clip.
Do you
Go
see?
study
the
for 20
context,
years,
the
and then you
context.
can get. Then
Yeah,
you
just a
can
YouTube
have your
clip.
opinion on it.
You see?
It makes no
But
changes.
can you bring the context that you're talking about, or you just want to say it like that?
The reason why you have to fight them is because they are Jews and Christians. You should fight those empires around you, or those hukumat around you, which are Jew or Christian, until they give the jizya.
Yeah. Now let's see where he get that from. Fight those who are around you, right? Where's that come from?
Yeah, but you know, you just showed me at 30 seconds.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't
Shut
know
up,
what you
shut
do.
up, shut up. What did you show me? Let's see. Let's see where he gets. Fight those who are around you. Where's? I wonder where that comes from. Anybody want to take a wild guess where that comes
But
from?
who's fighting you right now?
Fight those who are around you. Where does that come from? Let's see. This
Feedbot.
long
Are
ass
you
chat
doing it
thing.
on purpose? Feedbot, are you trolling?
Where does that come from? Let's see where if we can find that out. 1 second.
Feedbot, I'm
131.
asking a question. Are you trolling?
Look.
He doesn't want to respond.
No, it's not this one. Where's the one? Where's the one? Fight adjacent. 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 Okay. Here we go. 123. In the Quran 9:23. Remember what he said? Fight those who are around you. Look what Allah says. O you who have believed, fight against those who are adjacent to you of the disbelievers, and let them find you in harshness. Oh my
Okay,
God.
let's say you're right. Okay.
Oh my
Baldy,
God.
let's say you're right.
Subhanallah.
Okay. Let's say you're right, okay?
I know I'm right.
Okay, go to ChatGPT or whatever you use.
We just
Are
go
you,
to
bro, are
Grok.
you okay in the head?
No, ask if there was
Are-
Christians living under the caliphate of Umar.
Brother, we know that. We know that. I could tell you that right now that there were. That's not the question.
Okay, but it doesn't mean that you kill all Christians and
I never
convert them.
said that. I said fight. I said fight. I never said anything about unaliving. I said fight. I know that you guys will allow them to pay for their protection. I know that. It's called extortion.
Yeah. We have that in Mexico now. We have Islam in Mexico given to Mexicans by the mafia.
Look at this. Look at the tafsir for this one, Fitbutt. The order for jihad against the disbelievers. Look at this. The closest, and then what?
He's not going to answer.
The closest,
Yeah,
and then
but
what? And then the farthest.
Keep on scrolling.
Allah commands the believers to fight the disbelievers, not the ones who did anything wrong, just the disbelievers, in the closest area to the Islamic State, and then the farthest. This is why the Messenger of Allah started fighting the idolaters in the Arabian Peninsula, and when he finished with them, Allah gave him control over Mecca, Medina, Ataif, Yemen,
Okay, let me ask
Yama,
something.
Hajar,
Okay.
Khaybar, Hadrawa, and the other Arab provinces, and then various Arab tribes entered Islam in large crowds. He then started fighting the people of the scriptures. Do you see?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that
Do you see?
fight
Yes,
today.
it does mean.
Different-
Yes, it does.
different
Yes, it
timeline.
does. Yes, it does. Just go, please. Leave me alone, dude. Just, you're not a Muslim. I'm sorry to tell you, you're not a Muslim. End of story. You're not a Muslim, dude.
Bro, it's
Even
funny
Allah.
how
God bless you all.
God bless you, Rita.
it's funny how Scary Hour seriously thinks he's winning this debate when he doesn't even know the context, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
every time you drop them, bro, you gotta do this noise.
It's just ridiculous what they talk about, dude. It's nonsense. Nonsense. We show them their verses. We show them their sheikhs talking about it in real life. You can turn on the news and see it's actually happening.
Muhammad Hijab is not a sheikh. Muhammad Hijab is a
You want me to
YouTuber.
show you? You want me to show you a sheikh talking about it?
Muhammad Ajab is more than a YouTuber. He's a lying scumbag, womanizer.
That's your opinion, okay.
No, not really.
You want me to show you a sheikh talking about it? So if I show you a sheikh, then what?
What sheikh? It depends. Is that a random sheikh?
All right.
Show me then. Show me. Yeah.
All right, brother. All right.
It depends on
You know,
the
I think
sheikh,
he
bro.
forgets that his Allah calls the people of the book the worst of all creatures or the worst of all beings.
Yeah.
Depending on the translation.
Bro, Scary, don't you know, bro? There's Sahih sheikhs, there's non-Sahih sheikhs, bro. There's all kinds of sheikhs, bro. If they're not Sahih, they're not good sheikhs, bro.
I gotta find the one of who's that like Indian-looking guy that talked to Sneeko one time and told him that he has to.
Oh yeah, that he's a kafir.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah. What was that guy? Hold on.
He mentioned it one time where he said, "We give you 3 good options: we fight you, we unalive you, or you pay the jizya." Like halas, like some. I forgot what the hell. I gotta find the video.
The one of him talking with Sneeko is hilarious. Sneeko asked him a hard ass question. He's like, "You're a kafir. That's it."
Yeah. What's that guy's name though?
I'm trying to find it.
Hold on a second. So on the Fitba, can you takfir Muhammad hijab for me?
Sorry?
Can you takfir Muhammad hijab since he's not a good Muslim?
Like to talk like bad about him or?
No, takfir him. Like basically say he's not a Muslim.
No, I can't say that.
Oh, here we go.
He's definitely a Muslim.
Behind such jihad, and what is the reason behind such jihad? Number one, to call them to Islam. It is for da'wah. The jihad is only for da'wah. That is why when Muslims go and conquer the adjacent country, what do? We kill them all? No. The Prophet says, the first thing you do is call them to Islam. If they accept it, leave them. Khalas, they're Muslims. We go. We don't want your country. We don't want your land. We don't want your wealth. If they refuse, then tell them Allah obliged upon you to pay taxation, jizya. Stay kafir as you wish, no problem. But you have to give us a percentage. And this percentage, by the way, is given once or twice a year. If they refuse, then we have to fight. And if we fight you, then we capture you, you become our slaves, and we take your land, and you take where, because you refuse, I give you 2 good options.
Wow.
This is the strength of Islam. But nowadays, forget this. Maybe in the coming 40, 50 years when the Muslims become strong.
40, 50 years when the Muslims become strong. Oh, Yanni, we can't do it right now because the kuffar are stronger than us right now. What happened? But in the next 40, 50 years, Yanni, don't worry. We're going to get back on track.
Wait,
right?
I could have sworn the Quran said that there will never be a time when the non-believers of Jesus prevail over the true believers, which on their point of view is Muslims. Oh,
what are we
but
talking
that's
about?
It's been happening for thousands of years. Oh.
It's funny because when I hear these guys they're being honest, when I hear them talking, it sounds like the Quran. But then you get Fitba over here who wants to be like a cute Muslim. You can't find what he says in the Quran.
Yeah, because you need to understand.
Yeah. Brothers, brother, please just be quiet, dude. Like your entire argument has been your entire argument has been decimated.
No, okay.
You can't go against your sheikhs, you know that, right?
Sheikh Asim is not a sheikh. He's not a scholar. He's just like a.
Oh, Sheikh Asim is not a scholar. He's just nothing.
He's not a scholar.
He's just a nothing.
But you haven't showed me a scholar. You haven't showed me a sheikh. You haven't showed me a verse. You haven't shown me a context. You haven't shown me a hadith. And I showed you all of those things. So please just shut the hell up.
Yeah, but you're randomly taking a verse.
I'm not randomly doing anything. I've literally showed you every possible angle for this topic at this point. You're the one who's just making stuff up. You don't have any evidence for the crap you're saying.
Yeah, I can't just take a random part of the.
There is nothing random. We read the whole chapter. We read all the tafsirs. We read all the hadiths. We asked your scholars. What the hell's random?
So Muhammad Hijab is not a scholar.
Dude, when I'm asking you these questions, I really don't want you to answer. There is no answer. You're just wrong. He really thinks I'm looking for an answer.
Muhammad Najab's not a
You don't
scholar, bro. He
understand
just has a
rhetorical.
PhD, 5 other degrees. Nah, he's not a scholar.
Well,
He's a
that doesn't
YouTuber.
help Muhammad Hijab much.
I know it doesn't, but yeah, no.
With all those PhDs and degrees,
Guys, we
and
gave you 3 good
still
options, guys.
he got destroyed.
Yeah, God Logic doesn't got no diplomas.
Yeah,
The
now.
unlettered Christian, bro.
Now let's talk about
It's so easy.
now let's talk about comparing that trash that we just read and compare it to Judaism and Christianity.
Yeah, they're trying to boycott you, bro, in the chat.
Good, boycott me, dude. Have fun. You guys will never boycott
You
me.
always
The
insult Prophet and Allah.
Muslims love coming to my life because they know that I'm right and they know that they're learning stuff that they never learned before.
You're scary.
What's up?
Oh, they're
Talking
definitely
about
learning.
talking about Islam is okay, but don't insult, like, don't disrespect,
Shut the hell
like the
up.
Prophet, the Quran. They get
Oh, did I drop the wrong
Wait,
person?
Don't
My bad,
disrespect.
Garcot. My bad, Garcot. I dropped the wrong person. Listen, buddy. When your religion says that you need to unalive me, there is no respect. What are you talking about? Condemn
And
your
it's not for
book.
anything wrong you did.
Sorry,
It's simply
Garcot.
because you disbelieved in their Allah
Right.
Bro,
and their Muhammad.
do
Crazy.
you guys know AP, Apostate Prophet?
Of course.
So, have you seen the clip with, I think it was, it wasn't Malik, it was Central Dawa. Central Dawa said, to AP, your blood is
Oh, that he was going
100%
to unalive him?
halal, off with your head. And then
Yeah.
AP, as he does, he makes little L's out of the Quran, and he stuck it in his mic. And then Central Dawa was like, "Why are you doing that to my holy book?" And AP is like, "You just said I should be executed for being an apostate."
They want to execute everybody. They want to execute everybody for every reason. For whatever reason.
Yeah.
If you believe, if you don't believe, you get unalived. If you believe for a little bit and you don't like it, then you get unalived for that too. It's like, what happened to no compulsion in religion? Well, I thought there was no compulsion.
you can believe whatever you want, but you're taking random verses.
No,
from
everything is
Quran.
about compulsion in
No, I'm not.
Islam.
No, I'm not. No,
You're
I'm
playing
not.
a game.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You're playing a game.
But at least he's taking random verses on your point of view. You haven't shown a single verse.
And it hasn't
And
been
if you
even
did, it
random.
would have
We've
to
been-
contradict the Quran.
And it hasn't even been random. We've been reading in chronological order everything that we need to read.
Yeah, I gave up on this guy after you showed this guy having a PhD and he still says he's not a scholar. I think I just lost hope in him.
Yeah,
What do you have to do to be a scholar anyway?
Agree
You
with you,
have
apparently.
to.
What does one do to become a scholar?
So it depends on
you
the
can search it
Muslim.
up.
Like if they agree with your point of view currently, then they're a scholar.
Yeah,
If they don't,
absolutely. I mean, he's going
they're
to
It's
get
like
get rid of their
5v1.
credentials, right? And he's going to make them all nothings. But that's okay. But what are we supposed to do with their credentials though? Because that's what they use to legitimize their claims.
Fitbull, or whatever your name is, bro.
Scary, you have
It
other
is a
questions?
5v1, bro. It's his 5 degrees versus his 1 fabricated degree. So what's your point, man?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Do you have other questions about Islam or something?
Do I
that
have
you
other
disagree about?
questions? Did anything I said sound
Yeah,
like
I have a question. I have a
No,
question.
do you have a? Is there other things you have
I
problems
have a
with?
question,
Let's,
Fit.
let's just keep looking at more beautiful things. Oh, you who have believed, do not take the Jews and Christians as allies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They are, in fact, allies of one
W.
another. What a beautiful religion. Wow.
Yeah.
And yet we're the
You
first
don't take your
Muslim
enemies
country.
as an ally when you're
So
at war.
beautiful. Are all Christians and Jews your enemy?
When you're at war, this verse came about when there was a war.
Again, this is why you're mentally like not there, okay?
No, you're not.
When
you're playing
somebody
games.
says fitba, when somebody says, right, let's say me and you are at war, right? And then I tell my friends, make sure you fight fitba or don't take fitba as your friend. That would be understandable because me and you are fighting. But the Quran says, do not take Jews and Christians.
Again, the Quran, you need context, not like the Bible.
Okay. You're just brain dead, dude. You're just brain dead.
Wait, one more time
What's
for
the
Fit. real
context
quick.
that could possibly fix that?
Yo, Fit, just real quick for you.
Jordan, stop it. Get some help.
Bro, Muhammad, all he had to do was be specific, right? He had to say, do not take people who betrayed you as allies. No problem. Everybody would understand that. But no matter
The
where
problem
you
is
read
they
it,
know that Muhammad was a betrayer.
no matter where you read in the Quran, it never specifies anybody. It just says Jews and Christians and disbelievers. You either could be a Jew, a
And
Christian,
what was
a
their
disbeliever,
crime?
or a Muslim, huh?
The context
What was
is
their
it's
crime, brother?
Not believing in the
Exactly.
most mightiest and the most powerful. I love the one that
That's it. That's their crime.
I love the one that Ibn Kathir says. Their sin is not believing in the most mightiest and the most powerful of all the messengers. Look at this. This is my favorite.
Yo, but you never posted the video of the guy saying F Ibn Kathir, bro.
I know, because I have so many backed up videos with this, like, but I'm gonna post it.
That one's hilarious.
I know. He's like, man, fuck Ibn Kathir. He got tired of Ibn Kathir.
He was so fed up. You were giving him so many hadiths, he just got like.
Look at this. Anyway, so fight against those who do not believe in Allah nor in the last day. What you're going to notice is Allah is giving a lot of reasons to fight them. Not one of them has anything to do with being attacked first or defensive maneuver or nothing. Fight against those who do not believe in Allah nor the last day nor forbid which his messenger has his messenger has forbidden, whatever, or those who acknowledge not the religion of truth from among the people of the book until they pay the jizya with submission and feel themselves subdued. Therefore, when the people of the scriptures disbelieved Muhammad, they had no beneficial faith in any messenger or what the messengers brought. Rather, they followed their religions and the lustful ideas of their forefathers, not because there is Allah's law, religion, whatever. Muhammad gave the good news. Muhammad's advent and commanded to obey them. Where's the part? Religious. Therefore, profit, benefit. Oh, here we go. Therefore, their claim and faith in an earlier prophet will not benefit them. Why? Because they disbelieved in the master, the mightiest, and the last, and the most perfect of all the prophets. And then he says what? Hence Allah's statement, fight against those who do not believe in Allah. He's spelling it out for you. The reason we're fighting against you is because you didn't believe in the master, the mightiest, and the last of all, perfect of all prophets.
Exactly.
who couldn't read and was delusional and thought he was demon possessed, and everyone around him thought he was demon possessed, and has no witnesses for anything that happened to him that he claimed was miraculous.
So I just searched this up. You guys know how many times like physical fighting or war combat is mentioned in the Quran?
How many times?
164 verses in the Quran.
Hold on a second.
How many verses total?
Hold on, Victor. Did you want to say something?
No, go ahead.
All right, hold on. There's another Muslim that wants to come up. And then you know what they say, sister. After all this, oh, but our book is preserved. Please go ahead and unpreserve it, please unpreserve it, please. Just unpreserve it. What's up, Smile? He dropped himself. McLoving the refugee. What does that mean?
Oh, no.
Host, my food's late, man. What can I do to drive you, man?
Not you.
Bring my food, man.
What do you say?
Yo, my Uber driver, ain't you? Where's my food? It's late. I'm going to give you 0 feedback.
Okay.
Wait till you shamuta.
Didn't I just tell you it's your mother who doesn't
No, your
me?
son of your daughter.
If you want me to
shamuta.
drop him, Rita, you want me to drop him? I'll drop him. Let me drop him.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can keep him.
And it
You
all
could let
comes back
him
to
watch
this.
while you obliterate his religion.
Right. And all this is because of what? Like, so let me get this straight, guys. Let's do the math now. So Judaism, which is peaceful, is corrupted. Christianity, which is peaceful, is corrupted. But the book that tells you can marry kids, take smack slaves, unalive people for not believing what you believe, that's the one that got perfectly preserved.
To rob, to steal, to pillage.
Yeah.
To strike women.
They're angry.
To
Why are they angry? You're only reading what's written in the
even
book.
sleep with their own mothers.
Sleep with their own mothers.
With the mother that bore them.
With their own
sisters. I mean, this is. Oh yeah, and it even teaches them to sleep with other men. So the Quran, that book is preserved.
That's the preserved one.
Never mind all the satanic shit it has in it. But that book is preserved. Okay.
It's like David Wood said. This is what happens after 40 generations of cousin marriage. Is the Dawa scene.
You know, I wish it was just cousin marriage. You know, I don't think it's a cousin marriage that's the problem. I think that because they start having schmecks as little kids, right? Because they're forced into that thing, their brain gets demolished.
That makes sense.
So, you know, it's not cousin marriage, because I know a lot of people who are a product of cousin marriage, right? Inbreeding is not the problem. It's the fact that they're, you know, so very, very, very early on, they're being objectified. Whether they're boys or girls, it doesn't matter. If you're a dog or a rat on the street, you'll be objectified.
They do have some Muslim countries that are like 80% cousin marriage, like Pakistan.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's rampant. But I mean, you know, I don't think it's a cousin marriage that's the problem.
No, it is though. So
I genuinely don't.
Have you ever seen the debate with Andrew Wilson and Hakikachu, Rita?
Yeah.
Did you see all
it's
the statistics?
Been a while, but yeah, I remember.
He brought out all the statistics. He showed in mostly prevalent Muslim countries, there's a large majority of cousin marriages, and because of that, the average IQ is like between 70 and 80.
Yeah, some of them are actually like vegetables.
You guys see the debate between Andrew Wilson and David Wood like 2 nights ago?
Oh my God, I'm so ashamed of Andrew Wilson at this point for that.
Yeah, no, that's the first time I've ever seen that guy. Not representing the one Jew church very
Rita,
well.
are you a part of sibling marriage? Damoto marriage. Which one is it?
McLovin.
You come up and you say stupid stuff like that, you know?
What do you mean? You worship a man.
Stuff like that.
McLovin, why should we pick
How much
your
stupid
religion?
when you worship a man? A Muslim man.
Why should we pick your religion?
But then you go for his religion and God. Like, make it make sense.
Okay, why should we pick your religion, McLovin?
Hey, you guys worship a man. Like, make it make sense.
Okay, but why should we pick? The Jews don't, so maybe I'll become a Jew. How about
No,
that?
no. The Jews and Muslims worship the same God.
Okay, so why don't I just become a Jew?
Muslims, they're all the same.
Why shouldn't I become a Jew?
Muslims are the same.
Why would I pick Judaism over, or why would I pick Islam?
Yeah, they're Muslims as well. That's fine. They're Muslims as well.
The Jews are Muslims.
They worship the same God anyway.
Say the
I've heard that on God Logic.
So then why does Allah say that you have to
The
unalive
Torah
the
says
Jews?
Muslimah. They're all Muslims.
But why? Why does Allah say unalive the Jews? Yeah.
Why do you want to unalive me? I'm a Jew.
No, he's talking about the
Why do you want to
Zionists.
unalive?
That's different.
No, he didn't say Zionists.
Yeah,
He
the
said the
Zionists.
Jews.
Zionists.
It says the Jews don't lie.
No,
Don't
the
lie.
Zionists, the ones that try to steal
No,
lands,
open the Hadith.
unalive kids and all that.
Open
But
Sahih
Allah
Muslim
is a Zionist. I
2922.
don't understand this.
The
We do not believe in
Hadith-
hadiths that do not align with the
The
Quran.
Hadith says Jews.
The hadiths
Doesn't
are
say
rejected, the ones
Zionists.
that do not align with the
The
Quran.
Hadith says
If it doesn't
Jews.
match with the Quran, it's rejected.
Don't lie.
It matches the Quran. It matches
I'm not
the
lying.
Quran. It matches the
doesn't.
Quran. It
Open
says right here.
Sahih Muslim
Age
It
is
says
not mentioned
right
in the
here. It
Quran.
says right here. Fight those, the people of the book. Who's that?
Show me in the Quran where it says it.
It says it right here. I'm looking at the Quran. This is the Quran. What are you talking about?
It's not Quran, this is Google, mate.
Quran
This is
chapter
the
9
one
verse
that-
29.
This is Google, this is Google. Show me the actual book.
Wait, you're telling me he used the search engine to get to Quran.com? That's insane, bro.
There you go.
You know
Your
what?
guy just cooked you.
Mac,
Google, mate.
Mac, you show
Bro,
us,
that means
Mac,
it's
you
not the
show
true
us.
Quran, bro. Don't you know?
You
Show the
show us
Birmingham
that it's only
manuscript.
talking about the Zionists. Show us that it's only talking about the
You
Zionists.
guys-
Show us.
Can I say something?
He's talking about war times. What don't you understand?
It's not talking about war times. We already established
That's
that.
in war. That was in war.
Nope. It
You guys are
wasn't.
You're
always
here,
in
you're
war,
here
though,
today.
bro.
You're still alive today.
Why you guys always in war, though?
So if it's a case of non-believers,
What
how come
war-
you guys are still hearing?
What war was Muhammad having with Christians and Jews?
Well, back then there was a war, wasn't there?
Nope.
No, there wasn't.
What's
Yes,
it
there
called?
was. Why
What's
are
it
you
called?
lying?
What's it called?
There wasn't. The only war,
Yo,
the only
Muhammad,
battle.
Mate, there's no war now. That's why you guys are still alive.
tell us. Scary. I want to hear it. What's it called?
McLovin, listen.
If it was true,
The
you guys
only
why are you
reason
guys still alive?
Because you guys lost. Because we beat you.
We didn't lose
Because we
anything.
beat.
We're here.
Because
We're
we
here. We're
beat
not
you.
lost.
We beat
We're
you.
here.
Don't
We
you
didn't
see
beat
the
anything.
kuffar are in your country right now
What,
in
because
Mecca?
they eating
We
people,
have
yeah?
military
Because, yeah, you
bases
talk about them.
there. We have military
We have
bases
nothing.
there.
We have nothing. You're
Do you
crying.
take
You have nothing.
MBS as your
You're
caliphate?
begging Israel to
Do you
fight your
take
wars.
do you take MBS as your caliphate? Why isn't MBS
America
leading?
is losing. America is
Why isn't
begging Israel
MBS?
to...
Why isn't MBS your caliphate?
Now you're crying that Iran's
MBS
taking back.
sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Yeah, you don't like your own leader that Allah put in your capital. What happened?
You know they lost their minds when MBS was walking on top of the Kaaba. With an echo.
This guy's like,
That guy should have a shed built to worship God, Allah, for verification, confirmation of yourselves. Disagree or agree?
what happened?
Does any of you guys have a place to worship in your house?
Are you asking as a Christian or, I mean, what are you?
You're scary.
Yo.
I just give up on
You
this,
said
man.
that
He's not gonna
like,
be able
what
to
if
fly.
Jews are like
Pay
peaceful.
10K. I feel bad.
You said the Jews are what, Fit?
You said that Torah is peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Torah speaks about the war with the Yalkut, which is the Persians, the war with the Ishmaels, which are the Muslims.
It was
in
a
the future.
defensive war. It
Yeah, it
wasn't an
says that
offensive
it
war.
says something about war in the future that will happen among, I don't know.
Do you
between
understand the difference between defensive and offensive?
Brother,
No,
you
you're
know,
trying to
hold
give a
on,
context.
brother,
You said there's no
Fit,
context
Fit, but
needed.
let's
You're trying
talk
to-
about it. No, look, finally you got on a good point. Let's get off of Islam now. Let's go back to Christianity and Judaism. Okay.
Okay.
In the Bible,
Speaking
what
about
is,
Torah,
what
I'm
is
speaking
God?
about Torah.
In the Torah, which is in the in the Torah, which is in the damn Bible, what is the reason why God is commanding his people to go here and there and left and right and everywhere?
But you're trying to give a context. Don't give context.
Yo, first you asked for context, now you don't want context. But what is it? Which one is
But
it?
you said that you don't need context for the Quran.
Bro,
Fit
scary
that.
hour.
No, he
You're
gave you
not
the
allowed to
context.
use
You
context.
said that you don't
didn't
need
want
context
to.
for
Bro,
the
the
he
Bible.
came in here, said
Only
he
the
needs
Quran
context,
and the
and now
Hadith.
he says you don't need context. Bro,
I mean, it's really crazy.
No, can
He
you let me
gives them
speak
the
with
context
Fippa,
they
like
don't want
Fippa,
it.
look, Fippa,
And when he
please,
gives them the
dude,
context again from
Fippa,
the Bible,
listen,
they don't want
listen,
it. Crazy.
we've been live since we've been live for
But
an hour and 20 minutes, okay?
But no, you said
How
that you
the
don't
hell, how the hell did we read 5 verses without giving context and we spent an hour and 20 minutes?
And I'm saying that you said that you don't need context for the Quran. But why do you need context for the Torah or the Bible?
We
the
showed
hell-
you the context,
When
brother.
in the hell did I say we didn't need context?
But you went, okay. But you went into explaining the wars in the, I don't know, the wars with the Persians, with the Ismails.
Did I not do the same thing for the Quran?
No.
What? Okay, what? Hold on a second.
Can you do a show on Sharia law?
Yeah, we could do a show on that. What did you say, Fitba?
You're giving context to the Bible or the Torah, but you're not giving context to the Quran.
Let me just repeat what I said. So you don't want me to talk about the wars here because you think I didn't talk about the wars there. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about the wars again that we already did talk about. I told you about the peace treaty that Muhammad had with the people of the Qurayshi pagans, right?
Yes.
Is that a context? And
Okay.
then we went to the tafsir where he said this is after the Battle of Tabuk. Is that context?
Tafsir is not context. Tafsir is direct translation.
You don't even know what a tafsir is?
Yeah, tafsir is a direct translation from Arabic to English.
That's not what tafsir is.
Yeah, it is.
MashaAllah.
Tafsir is exegesis, you weirdo. Tafsir is the explanation of what the verse is talking about.
By your scholars.
That's
by
what your
your
scholars are doing.
It doesn't give a context. Same thing.
What?
Oh
Your
my
history, At-Tabari,
God.
Al-Qurtubi, Al-Baghawi,
It's
Ibn
like
Kathir,
taking,
Al-Jalalain,
it's
these are
like
all garbage human
translating,
beings?
it's
Brother,
like
To
translating
you,
the
they
Quran to
contribute
Hebrew.
nothing?
brother. Look at my screen. Look at my screen. You see
My
this is a
brain.
you see this is a verse, right? Fight those who believe who fight those of the people of the book who do not believe in God, right? Okay. Now you said I need context, right? Now I'm going to click on tafsir and look what it says. Allah commands his believing servants who are pure in religion and person to expel the idolaters who are filthy and in sense of al-masjid, right? And then, hold on, let me show you. Unless mushrikeen, blah, blah, blah. Allah enrich you. Ugh, this is ridiculous. Okay, here. Therefore... here we go. This honorable ayah was revealed with the order to fight the people of the book. And it says here, after the pagans were defeated. Is that context?
When was it revealed and why was it revealed?
It says, this honorable ayah was revealed with the order to fight the people of the book after the pagans were defeated.
Okay, do you know the reason what they were fighting for?
To kill them.
Just to kill them randomly.
It
Now,
says
do you
right
know,
here. It says
that's the
right
thing.
here.
The
It says
Quran,
right
the
here.
Quran.
It
Now,
says
let me
right
say,
here. It says
the
right
Quran
here. It
doesn't
says
give
right here. It
context. You have
says
to
right
learn the
here. It
context.
says right here. It says right here. Therefore, their faith in an earlier prophet will not benefit them, because they disbelieved in the Master, the mightiest, and the last and most perfect of all prophets. Therefore, Allah's statement, fight against those who do not believe in Allah nor in his messenger.
Maybe scroll down.
That's the explanation of the ayah, you weirdo.
And his messenger, and those who acknowledge not the religion of truth among the people of the scripture. This ayah was revealed with the order to fight the people of the book after the pagans were defeated. The people entered Allah's religion in large numbers, and the Arabian Peninsula was secured under the Muslim control. Allah then commanded his messenger to fight the people of the book, the scriptures, the Jews and the Christians, on the 9th year of Hijrah, and then he prepared his army to fight the Romans and called the people to jihad, announcing his intent and destination. The messenger sent his intent to various Arab areas around Al-Madinah to gather forces, and he collected an army of 30,000.
Bro, you don't know the context yet, man.
I mean, I can understand if it's stupid, if the explanation is not sufficient enough for you, because Muhammad going after innocent people who didn't know him, who didn't know he existed, and he goes into their homes while they're asleep and slaughters them, their fathers, their mothers, their babies, in bed while they were sleeping. So if you
Again,
don't
there's no
accept
such
that,
thing as
I
that's your
get it. Believe
imagination.
me, Fitbut.
That's your fairy tale.
Fitbut, no, it's not.
That's your fairy tale.
See, there's a reason why I left Islam. You have to do the same. You have to think.
Let's talk about what you have on the screen.
Fippa, it sounds like it's your fairy tale and your imagination.
No, let's talk about. No, let's talk about.
But it sounds like your
what's on the
fairy
screen.
tale is that the Quran is true, bro. You want it to be true so bad,
Scary.
but you can't defend
What?
For you to know the tafsir or why was it like, you have to know the time and the
He
reasons.
doesn't even know what he's reading.
Something was prevented.
Fippa, let me help you. Let me teach you about Islam, okay?
Okay, but
the entire historical record for Islam is found in your hadiths and in the seeras.
No.
Okay.
No. Yes, seeras. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now, your scholars, they read those in order to write tafsir.
Still, what's tafsir is not explicit. Doesn't give you all details.
Oh my goodness.
The same way the Torah. Okay, there's in the Torah. There's some things about war with the Ishmaels, with the Persians.
What are
we
you,
still
crazy?
look for the context.
Our book is all inclusive. The tafsirs are in the book. You, on the other hand, need the tafsir to come from the hadith, from the sunnah, okay, that tells you the history of Muhammad, and then the scholars give you the meaning behind the verses.
And let me give you one other piece of information. The Sirah also gets its information from Hadith.
Yeah.
Not really, but okay.
No,
It gets some.
yes, really.
It's all of it. All of it is intertwined.
When do you think the
But,
Sirah was written? When do you think the Sirah was written?
You give context.
When do you think the
He
Sirah was
thinks the
written?
Sirah was written with the Quran.
Right.
This is the context for the war that Muhammad had with the pagans. If you want to read it,
Pagans, so that's a different thing. Just turn off the screen.
it's not the pagans that they were fighting.
Turn off the screen.
No.
Don't
So
give
you
me
don't like a
context.
Tabari?
Don't give me context, brother.
Yeah, he doesn't want the context. You see, this is, you have to be,
This is a different part
here.
exceed.
Okay.
No, just 1 second. Fit. The problem is your
Yeah, but
situation is untenable
okay.
because you have
You're
to
showing me
remain
about the
ignorant.
pagans, and we were speaking about the Romans.
Oh, you want the Roman war?
Why did he go after the Romans?
Yeah, it
Weren't
was
they
on the screen.
Christian?
It says the Christians, and they were preparing war for the to fight the Romans. Read the screen.
Yeah, exactly. Muhammad was preparing to fight the Romans. The Romans weren't preparing to fight him.
Yes, and it
told you?
tells
Who
you,
told you?
Fitba,
Who told you? How do you know? How do you know?
because it tells you right here. Look, it tells you
doesn't
this,
know.
dude. It tells you this
know,
verse
for
was
the same
revealed.
reason-
Fitba,
for
it
the
tells
same-
you this verse was revealed. First, this verse was revealed, and then Muhammad prepared his soldiers to go fight the Romans. And then the problem is that the book
Romans were
doesn't say.
Christian.
Yeah, and the book doesn't say go fight the Romans. The book says go fight the Christians and the Jews.
That's why Muhammad went to Tabuk, where the
For the same
Christians, the
reason,
Roman
you look for the
Christians were.
context. Why the Torah
Okay,
says kill the
you
Amaleks,
dum-dum.
fight the Persians,
That
fight
is
the
the
Muslims.
context.
You look for context.
That is the context.
Hey,
How
watch
do you
it
not
out on the way
understand
out,
what
man.
we're saying? Muhammad went to Tabuk unprovoked and slaughtered innocent people, all because he wanted to own, capture, and schmectualize Christians who are minding their own business.
Now let's look at the words that he chose, right? Let's compare the words that the Bible chooses and the word that the Quran chooses. The Bible says exactly who you're supposed to fight. Fight the Amalekites, right? So it's telling you which specific people to fight. In the Quran, it says fight the Christians and the Jews. But from where, Allah? Everywhere. Only the ones that fought us? No, all of them. Do you see the difference?
It is crazy.
So that's why when you see a Jew, he can't read that verse and say, oh, yeah, this is for everybody. No, it says fight the Amalekites. Okay, they're done. They're not here no more. So don't worry about it. Christians and Jews still exist.
And the Amalekites actually deserved it because they were the ones who provoked God into sending Israel to fight them.
Yeah, but I think last time I
Because
heard it was like 600
the Amalekites
years or
attacked Israel first.
something. For hundreds of years. Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds of years.
400 years.
So God Almighty is teaching Israel how to fend for themselves, how to be how to learn to be what is it called? The words escape me. How to defend themselves against enemies who want to conquer them. So, but your Allah is sending Muhammad into decent people's homes to turn them into prostitutes and schmexual objects. After he slaughters innocent men who are the heads of the households.
Can I speak?
Fitbut, how do you live with yourself knowing
Can I
this?
speak? You give justifications for the wars in Christianity, but you don't give justifications for the wars, or you don't want justifications for context.
Let me see.
Again, you spoke about sex slaves.
You're not tracking, dude. Let me tell you why we're doing it. Let me tell you why we're doing it. In the Bible, the verse that you just mentioned, it says, fight the Amalekites. Do you know any Amalekites?
Okay, it also says fight the Yalkuts, the Persians.
Okay.
Look it up.
Okay, at the time, it's giving you why they were fighting those people, right?
Also, the Quran gives you why.
No, it doesn't. It says fight those who do not believe in Allah.
Okay, why are you doing
No,
this?
it says fight those who do not believe in Allah. That is the reason.
And also,
Fitbat, the only reason Allah says to unalive, to go and fight to the death and to unalive innocent people is because of disbelief. It's not because of anything else. It's not because of sin. It's not because they provoked Allah. It's not because they provoked Muhammad. It's because of disbelief.
Yeah, we've all read the Bible. We know. You think we have never read the Bible before? We know what the Bible says. The Bible.
But you didn't read the Quran.
The Bible. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You didn't study the Quran. When we read the Bible, what we see is God's people are walking around the earth trying to do godly things. People are bothering them.
Business.
People are bothering them, and God says eventually go fight them. That's what we see.
This is after they were attacked, by the way. You know, what the Amalekites did was they attacked them from behind. No, Fitbat. What the Amalekites did to Israel, okay, was so unspeakable, so heinous, right? What they did, these Amalekites, right, these monsters, were that they attacked them from behind, where the little babies, where the pregnant women, the elderly, you know, the most vulnerable of society, those people were at the back, and the warriors were in the front. If the Amalekites had attacked the warriors, it would have been, you know, equals on a plain level ground. Okay, it would have been okay. But they attacked little babies, women, old people, the elderly, right? The vulnerable. Those are the people they attacked. So God Almighty said to Israel, "Go and teach these bastards a lesson they'll never forget."
Yeah, and the whole
and
point
he waited on them, by the way, 490 years.
Right, and the whole point of the Old Testament is they're supposed to get to their promised land.
Exactly.
That's it. Promised land, mission accomplished. It's over.
And the Israelites didn't do anything to the Amalekites. They did nothing. They just went from being slaves into Israel, and then the Amalekites attacked from behind, you know.
But Muhammad's sole purpose was to actually take over land, property that didn't belong to him, the people's lives, their children, their women, unaliving the men for no reason whatsoever.
Hold on, Sasa, I'm gonna talk to you next. Just give me 1 second real quick. Garkad, you're Jewish, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that Israel has gained their land, right? Now what is the mission of Jews?
We just want to live in our land and leave us alone. That's all we want. That's all we really always wanted. Just let us live. That's it.
Exactly. What's up, Sasa?
What's up? I will add something about Amalekites. It's not just Amalekites and alive the Jews. That was their custom to do it. Okay, to attack women, children, and everything. How we know this? We know this if you continue to read, even in the time of David, when Saul, he was persecuted David stammed up with some, basically it was, I think, Philistine place that was attacked by Amalekites, and everybody got unalive. Women, children, everybody. So, first time Amalekites attack Jews, and they unalive their older people, like women, children, and I think 400 years after that, they are still doing this. That's why God ordered to Saul, like after 400 years, okay, finish this job, because these people will not, like they will not change their ways.
They're not gonna stop. Yeah.
And
okay. Fitba, let me ask you a question. Do you understand the difference? Like, let's say this is Donald Trump, right? Do you understand the difference if Donald Trump says fight Iran versus fight Muslims?
He's not gonna get it.
I know he's not gonna get it.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, let's say if Donald Trump was talking on the TV and he says, "Okay, guys, now it's time to fight Iran," versus if he says, "Now it's time to fight Muslims."
Yeah, there's a difference.
What's the difference? Aren't Iranians Muslim?
Now let me say something.
No. Aren't Iranians
Okay, I'm
Muslim?
answering. But I
Aren't
have to
Iranians
answer,
Muslim?
Should I not answer?
My question, not something else.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay. Are Iranians Muslim?
Trump is fighting Iranians, not Muslims.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. That's my point.
The Iranians are not Muslims.
Okay.
So Iranians, so Iranians,
okay,
so even though, so that means even though Iranians are Muslims, for some reason, Trump
if
doesn't
you're
say
so right,
fight Why didn't he say fight Muslims?
Because he's fighting Iranians, and
Correct.
Muhammad was fighting.
And
okay, Muhammad was fighting Christians at that time.
if he said fight Muslims, would that be wrong or right?
It would be right if Muslims are attacking him.
These people
Wait. I have a context on the war for him, bro.
Your Sharia books is literally order to
Don't help him out, Nia. It's fine. These people cannot be real. These people cannot be real.
No, it doesn't really help him. It shows him that history is not on his side.
No,
it shows that.
Neil. The reason why it's a problem is because there is no history. The only record we have of history is from the Islamic paradigm. From there.
No, but it says here, it says modern historical view is more cautious. There's no solid evidence that the Palestinian Empire directly.
Don't worry about it.
Listen, if the Christians are attacking you, won't you not say fight the Christians or fight the Muslims if the Muslims are attacking you?
No, because that would be that would be unprofessional and uneducated way. Yes.
Really?
Because if I'm fighting a country, right? Let's say if a leader, there's 50 plus Muslim countries, right? But Donald Trump doesn't want to fight all of them. He wants to just fight the one that he has an issue with.
But
that's why your language, especially as a leader, is very important. You can't just go around saying fight a religion.
You're trying to equate something that happened 1,400 years ago.
Yeah. I'm hoping that Allah is smarter than Donald Trump. Absolutely. Yeah. But clearly, it looks like he wasn't.
He isn't.
Allah was giving commands to fight.
Allah said what he said on purpose. He knew what he was saying. The only one who's pretending is you.
Listen, you accept justifications from Christianity, but you don't accept justifications from Islam.
Because I have to read their language. The language says fight the Amalekites. It doesn't say fight the disbelievers. The Yahweh could have said fight the disbelievers, just how Allah says it.
Yeah. What are you speaking about?
Belief is a choice, Fitball. Okay, but Allah takes away that choice. Right?
Yeah, but it was the
and
Christians who were attacking.
It was not the Christians. That doesn't even make sense. At the time when Muhammad was around, where were the Christians? You think Christian was just one little tiny town on the planet?
It was a preventive or offensive or whatever it was. There is a justification.
All right, shut up, dude. Shut up.
Poor guy.
Shut up.
Poor guy.
By the way, in Islamic doctrine, literally in Islamic doctrine, Sharia, you have obligation to do offensive jihad. Most of the Muslims, they don't, especially in the West, they do not know this. Literally, in all four madhab, I have their books, by the way.
Of course.
You are obliged by the Sharia law to have offensive jihad. So this guy, probably he does not know this kind of stuff. He literally condemn on all basically Muslim countries because in their Sharia, it's order to attack every country. They are not Muslim. So he literally give us like permission to, so now we can attack all Muslim countries by his logic. Crazy.
It's really funny how this guy just said defensive jihad whenever the entire premise of jihad is that it is offensive.
Right.
If it was defensive, it wouldn't be called jihad because jihad means to kill for the sake of Allah, not for your own lives.
You have to say unalive.
That would be different.
You have to say ILL.
What's up, Fitbutt?
Yeah, you're biased.
I can't believe he's back.
Fitbutt.
So are you, bro.
Let me show you. Did you ever read the letters that Muhammad was sending out to the other countries, Fitba?
Please show me.
Let's see the letters that Muhammad was sending out to the other countries, okay?
With no context, with no, just plain papers. Show me, please.
Rita.
Let your head on the way out, bro.
Rita.
Yeah.
Rita.
Sorry. What? So sorry. So sorry.
Oh my God, help me. What is happening, dude? I'm just showing him more and more and more context every time he comes up. And he just keeps saying that I'm not showing him context.
He's not going to understand what context is. Look, the problem with him is that he's not going to get it. You give him ample evidence and he's still going to deny it because he doesn't understand what evidence is. He doesn't understand anything outside of the Quran.
He doesn't even understand things inside of the Quran.
He butchers it because he only looks at it from one angle. So anytime you give him something, he's going to be like, oh, no, but you're not giving me the context. Do you know the context? No, you don't.
Yeah, let's read the letters, right, that Muhammad was sending out, because this is another one that they say that, because it was defensive because Muhammad sent a peaceful messenger and the Romans unalived the messenger that they sent. So that's why we fight the Romans. So let's see what the letter was. Heraclius then asked for the letter addressed by Allah's apostle, which was delivered by Dihya. Oh, this is the Dihya. Dihya always comes up. Anyway, Dihya to the governor of Busra, who forwarded it to Heraclius to read. The contents of the letter were as follows. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, this letter is from Muhammad, the slave of Allah and his apostle, to Heraclius, the ruler of the Byzantine. Now, I want you to think, this is like two political leaders like sending each other or sending correspondence, right? Peace be upon him who follows the right path. This is already a threat. Furthermore,
You want to know how hard Heraclius laughed when he read this? Because
I could only imagine.
He read that this guy was a slave. Yeah, he read that this guy was a slave, a self-proclaimed slave, and he's like, why is a slave talking down to me? Like,
right. So,
what is he doing?
Peace be upon him who follows the right path. I'm already reading this like, excuse me? Who are you? Furthermore, I invite you to Islam. And if you become a Muslim, what does he say? If you become a Muslim,
will be saved.
You will be saved.
Aslim taslim.
Oh my gosh. I would have unalived him right there. Right there.
Right there.
Exactly. Have you saved?
I don't know how Dihya Kalbi actually left.
Right.
How did Dihya Kalbi come out of that alive? Aside from the fact that I know that Heraclius must have laughed.
Right.
Practically belly laughed him out of the house and just, didn't even care. He probably thought this guy was crazy.
He probably did laugh.
Actually not true.
He probably did laugh.
Actually,
I'll tell you what.
That letters are forgeries.
No, Chef,
it's
we know.
Forgeries.
Yes, Chef, we know what you say he did according to the hadith. He worshipped the ground that Muhammad walked on, and that probably didn't happen.
No, not that. When he got the letter in Damascus, Sufyan was there. And he asked Heraclius, and then Heraclius asked him. He was like, "Do you know this man?" And this is at the time where they were enemies. He said, "Yes."
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. There are how many people on the panel right now, Chef? Just 1 second. There's Sasha. There's you. There's Sword Logic. There is CK Cozy. There's me, and there's Scary Hour. Okay. Now listen to this carefully. Okay. We don't know you from a hole in the wall. You bring with you another guy, okay? Let's call him Umar, okay? Or let's call him Safwan, who cares? And you're with this guy, and let's say Scary Hour is Heraclius, okay? And Heraclius goes, do you know this guy? As if he's your buddy? Does that make sense to you? The story is so stupid.
It's not
Why would
really.
anybody take the word of a person they don't know? I'm not going to take the word of two people I've never met before.
Well,
I'm typically what I would have done is I would have unalived you both, right? For coming to me with a threat in your hand, and then I'd have sent your heads to that person who sent you, who is Muhammad. Then I would have gone there and massacred the whole place. Why? Because you dared to challenge my authority. That's what would have happened in reality. But this stupid story that you're about to tell us, okay, that doesn't make sense.
Overly
This stupid story you want us to believe. Yeah, exactly. So, and then they're going to say, oh yeah, Muhammad said Aslim Taslim and whatnot. This is a threat, okay, on a major scale. The Romans were not known, nor were the Persians known to take matters easy. You understand? You threaten one of them, you threaten all of them.
What's the problem
And
with
then
the
they
letter?
come and then they just take you over. They just destroy
I'm head
you.
out, bro.
I'm just going to respond. So when
Scary.
Abu Sufyan was in Damascus, and why was he in Damascus? Because the Arabs had a very good relations with the Romans, because they had caravans. They used to go there all the time. So he was friends with Heraclius in general. Abu Sufyan was already friends with them, and he was in his court.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a preventive war.
Bro, every time I hear this story, it changes to something else.
Crazy.
I swear to
Yeah,
God.
you know,
Anyway,
scary.
anyway,
No, scary. You don't
look,
accept.
anyway,
You don't accept,
anyway. Can we all agree that what Muhammad is saying here, he says, if you accept Islam, you will be safe. Can we agree that's a threat?
Yeah, but let me
No,
just finish
he
my
will
point.
be
I'm gonna make
saved.
it quick.
Listen,
Huh?
I'm gonna make my point very quick because it's gonna tie into all this. So,
No, did you
Abu
say
Sufyan-
yes?
Oh.
Did you say yes?
can I
Yeah,
answer?
of course. This is.
Not you,
So he's telling him.
Fit, but you be quiet, Fit, but go ahead, Chef.
Yeah.
I
So
need
yeah,
to
he is
speak.
telling him accept because we believe Islam is true. So he sends him the message, and Hibba or Rida was right when she said that you don't send this to kingdoms and expect them to take it lightly, which is true.
Right.
Which would not make sense for a new government or a new society to challenge the superpowers.
Wrong.
What do you mean?
Wrong. This is already after Muhammad had conquered the whole Arabian Peninsula. This is not some tiny little group of people. So
by the way,
compare them
this
to the Byzantines and
letters.
to the Persians.
Brother, the Byzantines and the Persians had been fighting each other for 600 years. Even when they went to the Battle of Tabuk, what happened? They met, they retreated, nobody fought. Why?
Who, the Arabs?
The Romans.
Hold on 1 second.
Romans never came to Tabuk. It was like a fake intel
Yeah, we
sent to
know,
Muhammad.
we know. But even if we grant them their fake stories, supposedly Muhammad marched up there and the Romans retreated. That shows you how powerful.
No, actually, never came, as I think, by Islamic sources. The Romans never appeared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Romans never saw. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right.
And these letters to Heraclius, it's proven forgeries. Like it's written using, believe it or not, Turkish loan words that didn't exist in 7th century, and using a lot of I think diacritics and some kind of Arabic that didn't exist in 7th century.
What don't you like about these letters, Sasa? What's wrong with these letters?
Well, it's forgeries.
Why
Muhammad never sent
Why
them
are you
to
arguing
Heraclius.
against it?
Well, because it's forgeries. Simple as that.
Okay, but why would you bring that up?
Well, because Muslims use this kind of letters to supposedly present it that Muhammad actually he warned Christians, he called them into Islam, etc. etc.
Okay, but that's
it's
not
fake.
that's not
Never
okay,
happened.
But see now you're just showing me that you have the wrong understanding of this letter then.
Oh yeah, if you will debate them from their standpoint, okay, that's fine. That's internal critique. Okay, I understand. So
Right.
I thought
This letter-
thought he was bringing the arguments from
this
history.
This letter doesn't
Put your voice
show.
down.
This letter doesn't show that Muhammad was a nice guy. This letter shows that Muhammad was going around sending threatening letters. That's what it shows.
Yes. But you also have letters supposedly that Heraclius accepted Islam, but his priest
Sasa,
and
I don't know what type of
people around him
argument you're
didn't.
trying to make. This is not just a random, like, we're not just having random conversations. We're trying to drive a point here.
Okay, fine.
Can I answer you?
Go ahead.
I think the letter is perfect.
I know you do.
Surprise!
I know.
No, we didn't see that coming.
Can I tell you why? Can you give me 2 minutes to tell you why?
Oh.
Please, tell us.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us. Entertain us.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with the letter. It's a perfect letter. It's nothing wrong to invite. Listen, it's nothing wrong to invite some. Okay, it's nothing wrong. Okay, let me finish. There's nothing wrong to inviting someone to Islam.
It was an
I want you to
invitation.
become
This
Muslim.
was
I
an
want you to
invitation,
become- I want to
not a
invite you to
threat.
Islam. There's nothing wrong with that. I want you to
Okay.
be saved.
Okay.
I want you to be saved.
Okay, Fit. What if I came to your house, right? And I said, "Hey, Fit, I want you to become a Christian. I invite you to Christianity. But if you don't become a Christian, then I can't guarantee your safety." How would you take that?
I did that to my best friend. It's normal. I told him I want him to be saved.
It gets worse. It doesn't get better. He said he did that to his friend. What would we expect if you were his enemy? How are you his friend and you're threatening him?
No, we're still friends. I told him I want him to be
With
saved.
friends like you, who needs enemies?
This can't be a real conversation right now that I'm listening to.
No, you know what? For me to
He
say,
said he did this to his own friend.
you have to understand the way I think for me to say that.
Yeah, you think like a jihadi. Yeah, we know that.
No,
Trust
no.
me. We know.
I don't even think you understand the way you think.
Man.
I believe that whoever doesn't submit to Allah isn't saved.
That's
I want
the
you to be
problem.
saved.
You're a jihadi. Everybody else is a jihadi. We know how you guys think, bro. You guys are all.
I'm a
So just wait a second. Out of curiosity, Fitbat, what did your Christian friend say?
Is he Muslim?
Nothing crazy.
He was happy?
No, we need his reaction. I know he said nothing, because he's a Christian. I'd like to know what his reaction was. What did he say to you? What was his first reaction?
I told him, like, example, I'm telling
Aslam
you scary
Taslim?
that
You
I
told him
want him
Aslam
to be
Taslim?
saved. Join
Did you
Islam.
tell him Aslam Taslim?
I didn't tell him Aslam Taslim, no. Yeah, I want him to be
can't
saved.
walk.
I should have told him Aslam Taslim.
I nearly.
What is Aslam?
He told him Aslam Taslim, and he
translate
said
it?
nothing.
What's Aslam Taslim, Rita?
Aslam Taslim is convert or die.
Or else,
That's it.
basically.
Convert or die. That's it. So basically, you told this to your friend. You said, no, there's nothing wrong with it. Do you know what I would do if my friend, who, by the way, I've got many best friends who are Muslims, okay? And they know what I do. So if my best friends, who I consider my best friends, right? And they consider me their best friend. If they came to me and said to me, Rita, we're going to unalive you if you don't convert to Islam, you know what I would do?
Okay, let me answer you. Can I give me a few minutes?
I would say, over my
Aslim,
dead
okay.
body.
Okay, then you're confused. I'm sorry. Aslim Taslim means submit and be safe.
Or
Be safe. Taslim, be safe.
or
Submit or
Doesn't
be
mean
safe.
be safe. It's scary.
submit or what?
To be
Submit
saved.
or what?
Submit or to be saved.
And then
To
what
be
happens
saved.
if you,
What does that
happens if
mean,
you
or
don't
to be
submit?
saved?
What happens if you don't submit?
You go to hell, basically, nothing else.
What? No, you moron. Taslim means you stay safe. Submit, okay? Submit so that you may stay safe. If you don't submit, what happens?
No, it means there's no word to suggest that there's killing.
Listen, I understand you don't speak Arabic. It's my language. I'm telling you what it says. Aslim Taslim means submit and stay safe. If you don't submit, what happens?
You nothing. No one kills you. You basically go to hell.
Yuhmar. Muhammad went to Medina and he slaughtered innocent Jews left, right, and center. Why? Because they did not aslim. Do you understand the word aslim? They didn't do the aslim part. So they couldn't get the taslim part.
This guy is unbelievable.
They paid jizya. They lived in
Swear to
peace.
God,
They had
these people are
treaties.
just crazy.
They're just unbelievable.
What was that?
Anyway, so
Muhammad
yeah,
didn't
so
kill
look,
Jews.
let me tell you something. Let's
So
change the
scary.
subject. Let's change the subject. Let's change the subject.
I want you to become a Muslim to be saved.
No, thank you, brother. No, thank you. No, thank you. You see, he just threatened me. Look, I will happily get unalived for not being a Muslim. I will happily, please, if I could just avoid being a Muslim. Because if I had to be as brain dead as you just to do that, I'd rather not be here.
Hey,
Anyway,
the reason why I left Islam is because I didn't want to be brain dead.
yeah.
At 7 years old, I knew that they were brain dead.
It's not even that great. It's not even that great here anyway. Like, just I'll be fine. Anyway, Fitbit, let's change the topic for a second. What do you think is the requirement under Judaism? Let's say the Jews took over the world, right? What would their requirement be to non-believers in order for them to receive salvation?
Let me tell you, the requirement will be kill everyone, including Christians, except Muslims.
You can't say that. You can't say that word. No,
Okay, sorry.
I'm talking about they already rule the whole world. They don't need to unalive anybody. What would be their ruling?
In the Torah, it says kill idol worshippers.
No, it doesn't. Okay, I just told you can't say that. What's up, Amadou?
What's up?
What do you think the ruling would be under Judaism for non-believers?
For non-believers?
Like to receive, is there a way, like theologically speaking, for non-believers to receive salvation under Judaism, or do you have to become a Jew?
So according to the Islam, like in order for you to receive salvation, you're talking about, like for you to
We're gonna get to Islam last because I'm trying to compare the three religions right now.
Oh, okay. In Judaism, I don't know really. I don't know.
So the answer is for the Jews, you don't have to become a Jew. You could just keep the Noahide laws, which basically just says believe in God and don't do bad things.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what about Christianity? Let's say Christianity took over the whole planet. What would that look like? Would they force you to become a Christian?
According to their teachings, if you do believe in Jesus and he died for your sin, then yeah, you're saved. But the thing is that if you don't believe that, then you're not saved.
Right, and that's fine, and I understand that. But let's say if the Jews are, if the Christians are like in full control, nobody can stop them. They got every country, everybody follows exactly what Jesus said. Would they fight you for not being a Christian?
There's one part in the Bible where it says that if they see anybody worshiping another god besides the God that they worship, then they should be unalive.
Do you know what that verse is a reference to?
It's referencing like if they teach it or worship other gods. You can read it. It's in Deuteronomy 17.
I know the verse, brother. I know the verse. The verse is talking about.
So it says
No, that's not talking
Go
about
ahead.
that. It's talking about themselves. It's like a self-governing rule. I don't have an issue with people self-governing. I'm asking you. I'm talking about the rules. No, I'm talking about the outsiders. So like Judaism has rules for them, and then they have rules for the outsiders. Christianity has rules for them, and then they have rules for outsiders. The same thing with Muslims, right?
Okay, no problem.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, yes, Jews, they have a self-governing rules, which they're harsh with each other, whatever. But then they have rules for the outsiders. And I just told you their only rule for the outsider is just you have to just be a good person. That's it. Now, Christianity, same thing. They have rules for themselves. And then like you said, yeah, they do believe if you don't believe in Jesus that you're going to go to hell, but they themselves are not going to bother you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, what about when we read the Quran? Is it the same?
Yeah. In the Quran, it says there's no compulsion to the religion.
Okay.
So if you choose to believe, you could choose to believe or not believe.
All right, let's read that verse. That's 2:256, right?
Yeah. I mean, Prophet Muhammad was an example where he lived among Christian and Jews.
Okay.
He enforced them.
That's 2:256, right?
I'm not sure, but yeah, I could look it up for you if you want.
Oh, no, I got it. It is that one. Let's pull it up. So here's the famous no compulsion in religion verse. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Islam was like this.
I mean, you could read it. The tafsir is there too.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to read the tafsir. So check this out. Quran chapter 2, Al-Baqarah, verse 256. There shall be no compulsion in religion. There should be no compulsion in the acceptance of religion, right? The right course has become distinct from the wrong. So whoever disbelieves is taghut and believes in Allah and has grasped the most trustworthy and whatever. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's read the tafsir says about this. So you click on tafsir. This is Ibn Kathir. And you read this whole thing. And he just no, I read it already. I read it before. Basically, he's just repeating over and over why there's no compulsion in religion. Now, you know what's very interesting about this? This same scholar, for some reason, maybe you can explain to me why, he doesn't talk about anything here about this verse being abrogated or that it only applies for certain people of the book or nothing like that. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's general.
Right, but when you click on the English and you change it to the Arabic,
mm-hmm.
How do I go back to Ibn Kathir? Hold on a second. There we go. For some reason, it's weird. And like I said, maybe you could help me understand because I don't get it. I thought the English and the Arabic would say the same thing, no? But for some reason, when you read it,
Yeah, go ahead. Now you're looking into the scholar now.
We've been looking. No, this is still
okay,
Ibn
no
Kathir.
problem. But if we're talking about just the religion, then we're just using the Quran for now. The Quran.
We're gonna use the Quran. We're gonna use the Quran. But let's just see why this interesting thing happens not in the English and only in the Arabic. So let's take this section right here.
No, but you gotta
highlight it. Do you speak Arabic?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, let's just
Well,
translate
go ahead. You can bring it up now.
Let's just translate. Okay.
But you know, when it comes to tafsir, they include a lot of
I know,
other
brother. I know. Don't worry. We're gonna go back to Quran in a second.
Okay.
So it says here, a large group of scholars held that this verse only applies to the people of the book and those who entered the religion when? Before abrogation and alteration. What does that mean?
Yeah, so this is talking about another verse in the Quran.
Brother, what is abrogation and alteration? What are they talking about?
Abrogation, like something that... But abrogation could mean a lot of things, though.
I know, but this is talking about the Bible got corrupted, right?
No, it's talking about, I think, the part about jizya 9.
All right, I'm actually just asking you questions, but I'm just pretending I don't know. The answer is this is talking about corruption. So it's saying the scholars held that this verse about no compulsion in religion applies to the people of the book who entered their religion before the Bible got corrupted. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
Provided that they pay the jizya. Now let's read the other ones. Others said it is abrogated by the verse of fighting.
Yeah.
How come this is not in the English?
So this, like I told you, this section is talking about Surah 9.
Brother, I'm asking you why. This is the same Ibn Kathir. Why is this Ibn Kathir in Arabic saying this and it's not saying this in the Ibn Kathir in English?
Yeah, because in the Arabic, they are talking about other things. They are adding more things to it, like I told you.
Why?
This is not specific. I'm telling you. So this is not specifically about the verse about no compulsion into the religion.
This is the compulsion. Yes, it is. No.
Hold on. You know when jizya is mentioned,
Brother,
right? And you
brother,
know
brother.
what surah it was mentioned.
I know what it is.
Okay, so
This
that's
is not.
it's talking about that now.
This is not. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Oh my
When you
God,
read,
okay.
look, I'm in the tafsir for Al-Baqarah 2:256. And so
Yeah,
what he's
so
saying here, Al-Baqarah, which is saying there's no compulsion of religion, he's saying a large group of scholars held that this is abrogated. That's what he's talking about. Are you telling me that a bunch of scholars are saying that the jizya is abrogated? Is that what you're trying to say?
no.
So what are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, here is two different things that we are talking about now.
No, it's
What-
no.
it-
You're
it
trying
is.
to you're trying to talk about two different things. I'm not.
Okay, when does it mention?
I'm talking about.
Okay, hold on.
I'm
Does it
talking.
mention
This is this.
jizya in that verse?
Let me make the connection for you so that you can understand. The reason why they're talking about the verse of jizya is because he's telling you that the verse of jizya, because it comes later, it supersedes this one. That's what he's telling you.
No.
Yes.
So if it, no,
just
hold on.
like it says in Quran chapter 2 verse 106, we do not abrogate a verse or we do not abrogate or cause it to be forgotten unless we bring forth a better one, right? So what he's telling you is that the verse of fighting in chapter 9, which is the last chapter, abrogates this verse here. That's what he's telling you. And it makes sense, right? Because when you read that verse, it literally says, fight those who do not believe in Allah, which is the definition of compulsion in religion.
Okay, that verse. You see how this verse it doesn't talk about nothing about jizya. It only talks about you are not forced into the religion. Ibn al-Kathir says this, right? So now,
He's not.
I mean, if you want to stick with the verse, we could just stick with the verse then. You want to stick with the verse?
You're not tracking, Abu. I'm gonna need you to take a break, think about what you're saying, because I just explained all that. Everybody knows that Quran chapter 2 verse 256 is not about jizya. That's not my point. My point is that Ibn Kathir is saying that the verse about jizya abrogates 2:256. When you understand that, you can come back up. What's up, Fit?
What's your problem? Well, like, what are you discussing now? The question, maybe.
That the verse. First of all, are you Sunni, Fit?
Yeah, I'm Sunni. Yeah.
He probably doesn't even know what that means.
Right. What is Sunni?
He's just saying he's Sunni.
The follower of Prophet Muhammad and the Quran.
And do you take Sunni hadiths, all of them?
If it's like, how can I say, not weak,
if it's
not
sahih,
weak.
right? If it's sahih, yeah. So you take all the sahih Muslim, all the sahih Bukhari, right?
With context and studying and understanding.
Okay, perfect.
Fitbot, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
It's unrelated, but you'll understand. You know how they say Sahih, Hasan, and Daif?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't they throw away the Daif?
I'm so glad you asked this, Rita. Oh my God, I've been wanting to talk about this
Why?
for a while.
I'll give you a
You know,
guess.
every time I ask them this, they lose their mind. So I'm just wondering, what do you know about this? You know, because I'm not, you know, conspiring against Islam. I'm just asking a legitimate question. If it's daif, why do you still keep it? Why do you still hold on to it?
Ask the Hadith scholars.
Yeah, I know that they did it, but why don't they throw away the daif?
Because they have their own reasons.
What are those? You don't
What
know the
are
reasons?
they?
Probably.
I'm asking. I want. Don't Google. Just come back. Why don't they just throw away the daif hadith? Why hold on to it? If it's obsolete, if it's, you know, invalid, if it's hadith that's unusable to you, right? Useless hadith, you know, garbage hadith, you throw it away. You know, because it's a fabrication. It's not real. Why keep it?
Everybody pay very close attention to what Rita's telling you. She's pointing out something that's very important for anybody who debates with Muslims. When they try to tell you, oh yeah, all the weak hadiths, we just throw them in the garbage. It's not true. Go ahead.
No,
Rita,
they don't. They will hold on to the da'if hadith with their teeth.
But no
Why?
one uses da'if
Because
hadith.
they know
Yes,
they
they
know
do. Yes, they
ultimately.
do. Yes, they do, Fit. Yes, they do.
No
Let me
scary.
Yes,
let me
they do.
educate you. Let me educate you. Do you know why they keep it?
Again, it was collected and
Because
it's
all
da'if. Let me tell you.
hadith are equal. All hadith.
No. Do
It
you know why
doesn't
it's da'if?
matter. It doesn't matter. I
You know-
know.
Let me
See,
tell you.
the ulama, they came up with a fabricated system to say it's sahih, hasan, da'if, gharib,
Okay,
hasan, gharib, sahih.
okay.
All of these are isnad, okay? But the isnad for all of them is the same wherever you go.
Okay, let me
Okay?
give you
So if
one
they
answer.
No.
really
Hold
are
on, Fit. Hold
faithful,
on. This is very important.
I'm trying to help you, okay? The reason why they don't throw it away is because it's all illegitimate hadith, fabricated hadith. Okay? It's all fabricated. That's why they don't throw it away.
Yeah.
Do you understand? If they throw one, they have to throw all of them away.
Okay, let me say
Right. So, Fit, but
something.
look, let me explain something. Let me say, no, be quiet, Fit.
Let me
So,
say-
look, be quiet. So, this is what Rita's saying. This is the reason why you can find certain topics where your scholars even quote weak hadith, like weak hadith. Because what happens is there's a bunch of narrations that are going around, and there's a bunch of scenarios in the Quran that they're trying to explain, but they don't always find a sahih hadith for that story. So what they do is then we can't find a sahih, then we have to go down a level, and if we can't find that, we go down a level. But anyway, they're all considered evidence. Some
It
evidence.
gets worse. You know?
It gets worse? Go ahead, Rita. Keep going.
It gets worse. Okay, so the same way the hadith has isnad, like the an, somebody said to somebody said to somebody said to somebody said, all hearsay, right? Okay, it's the legal conundrum for them. It's all hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
So the Quran has isnad, the same way the hadith has isnad, right? So all of these an'ana, the an told somebody, and this ayah came around. And this ayah was attested to by so and so and so and so and so and so, and they inundate you with names that mean nothing in the grand context, right?
Yep.
Of things. And so it's the same thing with the Quran. The Quran and the hadith are the same mishmash of stupidity.
Yeah, think about how silly it is, right? To say, like, what does it mean to me that some random person on the street comes and says to me, look, here's a list of names, and this guy's a liar, this guy, he always told the truth. Can I prove any of that or verify any of that?
You can't.
You can't.
And
So,
all of them are just meaningless names anyway.
Right.
What does it mean to you if I gave you 100 names and they're all like politicians and prisoners and doctors? Doesn't mean anything to you.
But you
These are
guys
just
don't agree with all
names.
your scholars. You guys don't agree with all your scholars.
Ibn,
No, that's not the
we're not
point,
we're
Ibn
not telling
Hassan.
you we're not telling you to disagree with your scholars. We're not telling you that. What we're simply saying, what Rita's trying to point out right now is that the way that you guys talk about da'if hadith, you guys need to put a little bit more respect on it, because your scholars actually quote these hadith for some reason. Okay? And we're trying to help you to understand the reason why.
It's not.
Because look,
It's
what
a
happens,
disagreement.
No, we know it's a disagreement, supposedly. But what
No,
ends
it's
up
a
happening,
disagreement.
yeah, we understand. But what we're trying to show you, though, is that the reason why it gets quoted is because, let's just say, even if we granted your actual hadith sciences, let's just pretend, okay, it's a valid science, even though we all know it's not. But let's say it is. There's some stories that they, for whatever reason, they couldn't find the actual evidence to prove that this is sahih. But anyway, it's a story. And then they corroborate it and they say, okay, does this fit? Does this align with the Quran or not? This is why they don't just throw it away, because sometimes they don't have a sahih narration to fix the story. You get what I'm saying? So in lieu of better evidence, sometimes you got to use what you got. It would be the same thing like if I told you, for example, like when people want to prove about Jesus, right? Yeah, it would be great if we had a movie, a recording of it. But we don't. So we find manuscripts, we find historians, and some of those manuscripts have more credibility than others. And sometimes some of the things Josephus says is more credible than some of the other things that they say that he said, which some of them are forged, right? So some of them are weak, but we still take it as part of the full body of the evidence.
I'm like, that's a lot of people.
So that's the same thing that happens with these da'if. So like, for example, with the story of the satanic verses, you have plenty of your scholars who quote these like quote unquote weak hadith that say that Muhammad was being told what to say by the devil.
Oh, Bukhari says so. Bukhari and Muslims say so. With regard to Muhammad being demonized. Yeah. And so there are sources, like when you go in depth, right? They do the most damage. These scholars, they get together and they come up with some nonsense explanation, but then they include the weak hadith. They can't throw it away. They need it. For every claim they make, they need all the weak hadith.
Yep.
Because the weak hadith are more important than the sahih, apparently.
Yeah, and then the funny thing about it is that then you just happen to see, it just so happens to be that every time it's something good about Muhammad, it's always sahih. Every time it's something bad about Muhammad, it's always weak. And then that's just a coincidence, right, guys?
Yeah, so when they talk about isnad, they're going to have the same problems with the Quran. Even the Quran, every verse in the Quran has an isnad.
There's literally
In the
no
exact
difference.
same way that the sahih and the weak,
Right.
the da'if
There's
hadith
no
have.
difference between a hadith and the Quran verse. It's literally the same thing. They all have chains. They all have, it's the same science, literally.
Exactly.
So that is, yeah, that's a good takeaway for everybody to take. For when you hear a Muslim say, "Oh, I don't, if that's weak," it's just haha, that's weak, haha. Well, all your scholars
weak.
still use them. All your scholars still use them.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Okay, let's say you're right. It's weak because it's missing like the chain of transmission.
We know, but Fitba, did you hear anything that we just said for the last 10 minutes? Those names don't mean anything.
It does.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Right. Okay.
I can
So
write
if
a
it
piece
does
of
mean-
paper. I can write a piece of paper right now and put a couple names on top of it. Who can't do that?
If it doesn't mean anything, just one second. Sorry, Ibn Hassan, 1 second. Because Fitbut keeps going back to this, right? If it's weak because the chain of narration is missing names, why don't they throw it away? That means they can't verify the hadith is real or not. So why don't they throw it away?
For historical records.
Right,
for some
because
reason.
it's
How
right
can it be
because it's
historical
still
record if it's
fake.
fabricated?
Right. It's not.
No, it's not guaranteed that it's fabricated.
Right, but it's
My
not
dear,
guaranteed that it
and
isn't.
It's not guaranteed. Exactly.
Right.
So if there's no guarantee for it being a legitimate hadith, right, with isnad to boot,
it is.
then you
And
don't keep it. You
then
throw
let's
it
add this
away.
part, and then let's add this part to it. Right now, if you look at, like, for example, in America, right, you have the Democrats versus the Republicans, right, and they're both trying to fight for power. And what are they both calling each other the whole time? Oh, he's a known liar, she's a known liar. And then Republicans like, no, Trump always tells the truth. And the Democrats are like, no, Kamala always tells the truth. What makes you think that that wasn't happening in 7th century Arabia with a bunch of tribes who used to always fight each other?
For that reason, many hadith were not collected.
No.
I mean, the Bible was technically a hadith.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, the
We
Bible is
don't
a
have a
hadith.
problem with the Bible
You
being
can say
hadith.
that.
We don't have what you have.
But
we
there
don't
are some-
have.
you do.
We don't
We're-
have the
you have some
problem you have
No,
with
we
the
don't.
hadith.
No, we don't. We're just trying to tell you that your stuff is not hot shit the way you guys think it is.
No, for you
It's
guys,
not hot
That's
shit.
what we're trying to tell you.
It's a miracle. It's not hot
It's
shit.
it's
a miracle.
literally not. There's
How
nothing
is it a
miraculous
miracle?
about it.
Hadith
It's
is
a
a
miracle.
Nothing
miracle.
miraculous about it.
So
Nothing miraculous about it.
Allah tells us in the Quran that if we disagree,
Yeah.
Allah tells us in the Quran that if we disagree among our scholars, we can always revert back to His word and the Prophet, peace be upon him.
And
All
that's a
right, okay.
miracle.
Why don't you
So
do
if the
that
prophet
then?
didn't
Why
That's a
don't you
miracle.
do that instead
So
of
if- no,
instead
it's
of
other thing. We can talk
relying on
about the
hadith
miracles.
that you can't verify?
It don't matter if it
Yeah,
contradicts the
Ibn,
Quran.
Oh my
Ibn,
gosh.
hold on, wait,
If it
Ibn,
con-
hold on,
It doesn't matter.
Ibn. Do you think there's anything bad that I could ever say about Islam that's not in the Quran?
I mean, your interpretation, you can always bring up some bad interpretations. I can bring
Okay.
up bad interpretations in the
Okay,
Bible.
okay.
With that
What's
proof.
what's the bad interpretation when it says you can marry a 6-year-old?
It don't say I can marry a 6-year-old. What are you talking
It
about?
says you
Show
can
me the
marry
verse in the
somebody.
Quran.
It says somebody who doesn't have a menstruation.
He can be under
It
6.
don't say, it don't give an age. What are you talking about?
I
Right.
know.
That's why I
That's
said
why
someone
we're
who doesn't
saying
have a
it.
menstruation. That's what I just said.
That could be a woman who is dealing with PCOS or something.
Is that all of them?
Could it also be a kid?
It says Nisa. It's referring to the women.
It's
Yeah,
calling
because you
them.
guys
among
think
you.
that
Yeah,
a
because
baby is
that's
a
what it
miscarriage.
calls them because they're PDFs. But who
No,
else
that's
doesn't
not
have
what it is.
the verse?
That's not what it is.
Okay, then what does your scholar say about it?
In your
Acco-
Bible,
He
Look,
just
Isaac married
lectured
didn't
six.
Islam, by
Jesus?
the way.
Wait a minute.
What does your
Wait a
scholar say
minute.
about it?
Wait a minute.
What
How
does your
can a
scholar say?
Christian
What does your scholar say about it?
email Malik rules it out for women who may be ill?
What about Ibn Kathir?
Uh-huh.
I don't follow the imam that Ibn Kathir studied under.
Okay, takfir him then.
I don't follow under.
Okay,
do you
so
know?
takfir him.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you know about the
takfir
four?
him.
Hold on, calm
takfir
down,
him.
brother. We're having a
I don't want to play whack-a-mole and with who you follow. I just want to know, is it Islamic? Period.
Yeah, but takfir can be only done by scholars.
Okay, but if you say it's not Islamic, then I'll trust that you might be a good person. But if you're gonna still say, well, I won't do it, but he could, and he's still Muslim, then you're not a good person.
Yeah, but it's not our like.
I don't care, Pippa. I don't care, dude. Bro, this guy loves getting tortured.
Okay, is there other thing you disagree with?
What else, guys? Anything else you guys want to bring up?
The Quran is perfect. The only thing, you don't take context. You just want for views. Quran and Muhammad
It's
are
perfectly
perfect.
hateful. It's perfectly hateful and perfectly violent. It's the
Violent
only book.
against the oppression.
No, it's not.
oppressors.
It doesn't say nothing about that. It says fight against those who do not believe in Allah.
You need context again.
Nope. You need context. You need context and you need brain cells. Anyway, anyway, I'm done with you, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break, guys. Rita, thank you. Sword, thank you. Everybody else who's watching, appreciate you
No
guys.
problem. This was fun.
God bless.
Appreciate you.
God bless you, Scary.
We'll see you guys
Bye.
tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
See you tomorrow.
All right, guys. So yeah, I mean, just as we said from the beginning, Judaism, beautiful religion. Christianity, beautiful religion. I'm not a Christian and I'm not a Jew, but at least I can respect that. If they want to believe in, magic and things like that, and that's not a problem as long as they're peaceful. Jews are basically, they're telling you that you can believe in the Noahide laws if you're not a Jew, and that will be enough for you to get salvation within their paradigm. Christians, they're a little bit more strict. They're like, you definitely have to be a Christian to get salvation, but if you don't, we're not going to bother you. The Quran is the only one which has you, as you've seen, says, fight those who do not believe in Allah and his last messenger. Okay, and that's the problem. And you're going to get a bunch of Muslims making up nonsense and da-da-da-da. But the results are in the pudding, right? You can see it. They're acting as if it's not happening. It's happening all over the world. You can go to Iran. You can go to Palestine. You can go to Nigeria, Sudan. What's the other one? Lebanon, Pakistan. It's just never ending with these guys. Okay, so it is happening. People are fighting people who don't believe their religion. People are marrying children. People are still taking slaves to this day. Okay, so. And I know that Muslims, a lot of Muslims, probably most Muslims are great people. I have Muslims friends. I have Muslim family members who are great people. But I always have that little question in the back of my mind, like, how great can you be if you follow a book that teaches these things and you don't condemn it? Because I would condemn it. If I was a Christian and my book said that, I would condemn it, no problem. Apex, I'm going to be back. I'm leaving for now, but I'll be back tomorrow, okay? If you guys are not following me on YouTube, also follow on YouTube. All the videos that we record here on TikTok, they're live on YouTube as well. So you want to go back and rewind something or something that you missed, it's all there. So as you can see, we also show all the evidences, all the scholars, all the hadiths, all the Quran verses. That's all on at Scary Hours Podcast on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube and you want to join the conversation next time, follow on TikTok at Scary Hours Podcast Live. All right. YouTube, what's popping? Dan, there's 30 of y'all in here. What do you guys want? Let me give some time to the people on YouTube. What's up, guys? Do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to ask? We'll give you a little bit of time. Super chats are definitely appreciated. Let me see if you guys have any good questions. Jason says, keep streaming, bro. I want to, but I'm getting tired and I have to go to work in a little bit. And then I'm hungry as well. But I'll stay for a little bit if you guys have good questions. So just give me some good questions. You don't even have to super chat them. Just send me some good questions and I'll talk about it. Because I always ignore YouTube. Little Deer. Shout out Little Deer. You know, I do want to let you guys know a little bit because I know a lot of people, this stuff goes over their head. Appreciate you, Jason. The Quran is a very complicated book, guys. There's layers to understanding the Quran. There's, you know, a Muslim could show you or a Christian could show you a violent verse in the Quran, and then a Muslim will show you a peaceful verse in the Quran. They'll say, this is how we know you're clearly misinterpreting it. But as you just saw, the Arabic scholars hide their interpretations when they tell you the peaceful verses got abrogated. Okay, so when a Muslim, just because it's in the book doesn't mean that it's still valid. That's what you guys have to understand. Jason says, nah, we love your show. Matthew says, how you been, man? I've been great, man. Thank you. Carl says, Jesus is Lord. Jason says, Sharia law is a huge issue on Capitol Hill. Yeah, so this is why you guys, me, you, all of us, we need to continue getting educated so that we can explain these things. If there's one thing I've learned in this past year and a half of talking to Muslims and reading Muslim scholarship is that they purposely hide things behind layers. They are masters at doing this. Ellie says it's hate overall. It absolutely is. Mr. Blister says, I bet you don't speak. Oh, he's not talking to me. Did Islam lie? Yes. So this is the other thing. When you read their scholarship, also it says they're allowed to lie to you. So here, I'll pull it up. Lie, wife, peace. Here we go. This is the concept of taqiyya, right? And some Muslims will say, where is that? There's no verse that says taqiyya. Yes, the word is not in there, but you can find the concept right here. So this is Sahih Muslim, one of their most authentic narrations. And it says, I heard from Maumina, the wife of the apostle of Allah, that the messenger of Allah used to lie with me. Oh, no, that's not the one. Right here. I'm sorry. This is the right one. It is not lawful to lie except in 3 cases. Something the man tells his wife. So you're allowed to lie to your wife. Beautiful religion. Something to lie during war. And you can see this is why you see Iran constantly lying about what's actually going on. And you can lie in order to bring peace between people. So basically you can just lie whenever you want, essentially. False prophet, Surah 328, Bukhari 16106, and Tirmidhi 1939, all legal lying. That is correct. That's it. So yeah, guys, let me know, just, guys, type in the comment sections when I do my videos. If you could leave a timestamp to what part of the video you're referring to when you type something up, because I'll get a bunch of random comments that I don't even know half the time what they're talking about. And also type if there's any topics that you want to get covered. Like I said, I usually focus on TikTok because that's where the people can come up and engage in the conversation. But I want to also show you guys some love as well. The Fallen Knight says, what do you believe in? So I'm just anti-religion. I like the idea of Jesus, and I defend Christianity when I have to. And I would like to live my life as Jesus did and with the same morals and principles. But I choose not to hold to any religion. Yeah, and again, if you guys want to join the conversation next time, you guys can go to the TikTok and just follow me at Scary Hours Podcast Live. And any of you guys can come up at any time. All All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it here since nobody